Alright, hello, welcome to another episode of the Manchester United Career Mode. We are here today with a bit of a December slog, really, but more difficult games, more games that will kind of shape our season, I think, to determine whether we get top four or not this season. I think that's probably the best way to describe these games today. What we do have is my headset working for a start? I think my headset actually is okay, which is decent, which is a bit of a change in circumstance. But the thing is, with my headset, I don't know if it's going to stay working okay, so I'm going to have to try and keep checking the audio every so often just to ensure that it is working fine. I don't know what's up with it, but it might be alright now. It might just needed a break. I don't know. But I'm trying the headset for a little bit today. If it doesn't work, obviously I'll go back to the earphones and we should be okay. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to turn the volume back up a little bit because it seems to be okay with my earphones or my headset a bit better than what it is with my earphones. So hopefully the headset continues to work. Of course, it might not. Just try to check every so often on my stream. Because if it keeps cutting out, then I can't use the headset. Obviously, I have to get a new one in. But for now, it's just to be alright. So we'll take a look at the calendar, what happened last episode. Bit of a difficult one, I think, is probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, we've fallen a little bit in the league. I will show you the league table momentarily, but you can see that Chelsea result, and if I go back here, you could see the other results from last episode. We kicked off the episode with a 2-1 win against Real Sociedad in the Europa League to put ourselves to the top of the group, but it won't be enough unless we beat Aberdeen to remain top, because I'm pretty sure Real Sociedad will beat Jagiellonia, but just on the off chance that they don't, we can take that top spot, and we can hopefully avoid preliminary rounds in the Europa League, which would be great. It'll be less games, it'd be easier for us to try and get through. I'm just going to quickly do something with my earphones. I'm going to put my earphones into my phone and just ensure that the audio is working properly, because I don't want to be it feels like I'm cutting out. I don't think I actually am, but it might just be my ears not working properly, but I just don't want to be cutting out over and over again. So, anyway, we'll continue with what I was saying. We beat Sociedad 2-1. We then took on Wolves in the Premier League, who are always a difficult team to play. It's always difficult to go to the Molineux, and it proved to be exactly that. 1-1 draw. I'm pretty sure Fred scored in that match, so that shows how much we had to put on the pitch to get a result. We then had a match against Manchester City, the Manchester Derby. They just outclassed us, really. I mean, a couple of the goals were questionable, but more or less they just outclassed us. And it was not fun, it was not good, and it was not the result we wanted, really, from our first Manchester Derby of the season, especially as we hosted the bloody match. But that just shows how much we need to put into this team. And we just need to keep going and hopefully push on. And then we finished off the episode last time with a 2-0 loss to Chelsea. That was a game. It was a game. I don't want to go into too much description with it, but Chelsea was a game. Both of their goals, incredibly questionable. The second one might be the most questionable goal I've conceded yet on this game. Try to pass it to a player who wasn't involved in the action. The pass has gone straight to their winger or striker, and they found the back of the net. It was not what the doctor ordered, and we lost because of that. I think, well, in part because of that. We were already 1-0 down, but that goal didn't help, and we tried to fight back in, and it just wasn't our day, really. It just wasn't our day. Kepa was having a hell of a field day in there, and we just couldn't find anything in that match, so we drew, or we didn't draw. We lost 2-0. So, today it is Aberdeen in the final group stage game of the Europa League, which, fingers crossed, we bloody win. But with the form we've had, I won't be surprised if we do drop points. We dropped points against them before. I think their only point in the Europa League has come from the fact that we drew against them. Then we took on, or then we will take on, I should say, Fulham in the league at Old Trafford, who a bit of a wild card team in real life this year, but hopefully we can win against them in the video game. And then we've got two teams who are racing for top four. One you probably expect, one you probably wouldn't expect. We've got Newcastle first at St James's Park, which is always a tough place to travel as well. And then we've got Aston Villa at Villa Park. So they're both away games as well, which doesn't make anything any easier. And then that, of course, will be where we end today. And then for episode 8, We've got Spurs on Christmas Day, Aston Villa on 28th, and then Newcastle on New Year's Day. So it still doesn't get any easier. And then we will finish that episode on Bournemouth, but then we'll be straight into transfer window, and hopefully we'll have made a signing by then. I'm hoping we can make a signing before the Newcastle game, but I doubt it. I'm not going to rush it. But what we are going to do is we're going to add one more player to this shortlist, and it's a very. I asked the Discord I'm in who I should sign at striker, and it's an absolutely fantastic suggestion, and it might just be the suggestion I go with. It's a bit realistic as well, because going for Vlahovic, I think at this point, while we're still in Europa League, might be a bit of a push. So what I'm thinking is Tammy Abraham might be the move. He's a little lower down on the price scale, a little lower down on the overall scale, and of course Roma are in Europa League as well. And I think we need someone a bit more physical up top, a bit more, well, obviously a bit more striking ability, which Tammy Abraham has. He's got the speed as well. He's got the strength, good reactions, good stamina. He's very good in front of goal, as you can see. 84 finishing lends itself to very good. 80 dribbling, 83 ball control. I think this is unless we find someone better, I think this is a man we're probably going to sign in January. We'll add him to the list, of course. I already did off screen. So we do have another transfer target. Fred was just beautiful that game. I'm assuming you mean the Wolves game where he scored. But Fred is a tricky subject. I'm not going to go into it right now. But this is the Europa League group. Before we head into this final game, then Aberdeen do have a win over Jagiellonia, so I stand corrected with their only 1 point. A win here, we're already through, obviously. So Sociedad, there's no worry about who's going to be going through. But a win here means that we could go top. Now, that would be great. We stumbled on Aberdeen before, we may again. And then just a little update on the league standings. We've fallen a little bit down the table. Those two losses against Manchester City and Chelsea have really hit us a little bit hard. I mean, of course, as you can see, between first and eighth, there's only 5 points difference. So this top 4 race is ridiculously close. It's so close. You can't really tell at the moment. We're nearly halfway through the season. You still can't really tell who's going to be getting those top 4 spots, which is interesting. So hopefully we can get some points today and try and help ourselves a bit more in that top 4. As Fulham are 9th as well. They're only 4 points behind us, so that's going to be a difficult league game when we get to it. Varane is injured. I do not remember how that happened, so I'm going to have to check the office real quick. He was doing the Rashford celebration the other day. Rashford been recruiting, I see. Yeah, it must have been. He must have been on a look at Abraham. He's like, oh, that's who we need. I'm probably going to rotate him and Rashford. Martial, I don't know where he'll fit in, but maybe I'll get a couple of games. What was I going to do? I was checking Varane's injury. 7 days. Okay, so he only misses this game, and then we've got him back for Fulham. That's fine. I thought it was worse than that. I just couldn't remember what the injury was. Right, we're going to actually just get in. We're going to get into this, and we're going to just go for these games now because I've been talking too much. We'll get to the pre-match press conference, so we'll get a team ready and go. Sterling putting a dirty tackle and hurt Varane. Oh, he did, yeah. Sterling's a prick. Yeah, I do remember that now. Sure, Varane would have been a part of your plans this game. I mean, he wasn't. But I would have given him the game off anyway this game. But, I mean, the game's done that for me. We have got a good squad, at least for the next few games anyway. We've got 6 games between now and when we can sign people. The first person I'm going to sign, most likely, is Abraham. But if I can find anyone even better that fits the bill just now, then that's fine too. There were some shouts for Aussie Men, and there were some shouts for Vlahovic as well. In the Discord that I asked, but obviously Vlahovic I feel like is a step too high at the moment, and of course we used the big beast Aussie Man last year and I want to change it up. I'm feeling confident. As much as I loved Aussie Man, I do want to have someone different a little bit, just to try some of the new players really. I will of course take a look at Aussie Man just because I want to see how he looks in this game already, but we won't be signing him. Purely because we used him last year. It might not be the case for all the players that I do that, but I don't want to go too close to last year's signings. I want to try and build a sort of different team, if that makes sense. That's how Aussie Man's looking as well. Bloody hell, he looks amazing, doesn't he? I mean, he probably, if I hadn't signed him last year, he probably the sign I'd go for again. But maybe we will down the line, but I just feel like out the gate, I want to try something a bit different. So, Aberdeen. Let's not lose these fuckers, please. No offence to Aberdeen, because I live in Scotland, of course. I'm on the wrong menu. But I don't want to drop points. I want to go through top of the group. It'll be Lindelof that comes in. He gets a shot at redemption. Whether he takes that shot at redemption, we will see. But he will get that shot. We're going to rotate a little bit, but not too much, because I do still want to win. Alanga out on the right. Actually, Alanga out on the left, because Sancho's been underperforming recently. And we'll give Anthony the start, and we'll give Sancho 3 games. And then we'll give Van de Beek, I think, a run out as well. It's been a little while. Ericsson there, and Fred on the reserves for this one. I think he's more useful in the league, to be honest. Or do we start our star boy? He's the one who beat. He scored a winner, but I can't remember who it was against. I mean, I think it was probably against Sociedad. It was the game we won last episode. Do we bring on the star boy? I think we put the star boy on the bench. Give Sancho a little rest, and hopefully he'll be okay for the Fulham game. So this is going to be the team for the game against Aberdeen to end the group stage. De Gea is not going to be in net. I'm still a little bit upset with him. We're going to give Henderson another chance. So Henderson in goal, Malacia and Dalot as the fullbacks, Martinez and Lindelof as the centre-backs, McTominay CDM, Fernandes and Van de Beek the centre-mid options today, with Fernandes captaining the side, Alanga left wing, Anthony right wing, and then Rashford in that striker role. Thankfully, it won't be for too much longer. No offence to Rashford, but he hasn't really hit the ground running as much as I would have liked this season, at least so far. He may change that. He may get better with a bit of competition when we do sign a striker in January. But I just feel like at the moment he hasn't kicked on as we would have liked. That could all change though. I'll give him the time, of course. He'll get till at least the end of the season to prove himself. Maybe, well, he'll probably stay longer, but that is kind of the timeline I'm giving everyone. They're getting the whole season just to see what they can do. If I like them, they stay. If I hate them, they go. And we'll figure it out from there. So Old Trafford hosting the final group stage game. I am going to put, of course, the Europa League game between Sociedad and Jagiellonia on as well. I'm going to make sure goal news audio is on, because I feel like I've not heard much from the goal news, despite the fact that the goal news has been on. Where's the goal news? Where's the goal news? I think we'll just keep an eye on it. We don't need to have goal news necessarily. We'll just keep an eye on it. So they've actually not clashed the kits as well. Big shout out to FIFA 23. We're 13 minutes in, so I'm going to get to the game. I'm not gonna keep stalling. We just had a bit to cover there at the start, and of course, striker search continues. The commentary, actual in-game commentary, isn't seeming to work again, which is fine. Not the end of the world. As long as we've got the crowd, that's all that matters to me, and the song. So we know the stakes that are on the line here in this particular match. We have to win, because Sociedad will probably win, realistically, in it. So we have to win. And realistically, honestly, we should be through already, because we should have beat Aberdeen the first time around, but faltered a little bit in that game, although we did have the chances, we just didn't put them away. It seems to be the story of our season so far. we've had quite a few goals. We're nearly one of the... It's weird because we're nearly one of the top scoring teams in the league. But it's all come from the middle. It's not come from the strikers. I didn't check the stats at the end of last episode. I forgot to do that. But I'm still very interested in what the fuck, like, where are all our goals are coming from to have that many. That is the team that Aberdeen are putting out. If you know any of them, fair play. If you don't, then you're in the same boat as me. I recognise a couple of names, but we kick it off here at Old Trafford. Aberdeen going to get the ball rolling. The Scottish team going to hopefully not be too difficult to beat, but they might go for an upset. That's a great tackle out the gate by Lindelof. He's got a bit of proving to do today after a couple of mistakes in the previous episode. So this is his moment to try and get back into my good books. Fernandez, McTominay. I think Anthony's on. I'm try to find a bit of room to put a ball in towards... I think it's Alanga at left wing, isn't it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Alanga. I couldn't remember if I put Alanga there. I'm literally 15 minutes off waking up. Like, as soon as I started this episode, as soon as I woke up. So, that's where we're at. Oh shit. Aberdeen pushing hard here early on. Try to spoil the party. And it's straight at Dean Henderson. No worries there. Is the I hope the audio's okay. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. Van de Beek to Anthony. It wasn't meant for Anthony. It was meant to go back to the right back, and now Anthony's run into trouble. Trying to get it back to Van de Beek. We're not starting off too well here, Manchester United. Lindelof with a bit of a dirty tackle, but I don't think the ref saw it, which is useful. Ball in, away by Lindelof. Van de Beek will get it further clear, and we'll hopefully get a attack going here. Alanga. Oh, I thought it was going to be... It looked like it was going to be the run and he stopped. Oh, but this could work still. Anthony Alanga. Across to Rashford. Oh, he's intercepted. Oh, I thought that was a moment to take the lead. It's a great bit of defending by Aberdeen. I maybe should have just shot it with Alanga, but you know where Alanga's shot's going. That's Rosed. So it's not the smartest move. Fernandes. Anthony. Going to continue down the right here. Try to find a ball in. Not enough on it. It's going to come to Scott McTominay on the edge. And I would like to take in a banger with him there. At least a shot. It didn't happen. He's got tackled. Martinez getting the ball off the Aberdeen player. Dalot getting tackled though. You don't expect that from Dalot so far this season. He's been very good. And Martinez closes it down. Aberdeen are fighters, I'll tell you that much. They're Scots, obviously, so they will be fighting a little bit. But, my God. We can't afford to drop points here, especially if Sociedad don't. Respectfully, I don't want to play preliminary rounds. It's extra games I don't need. Headed away. Lindelof, try to pass it out. Probably should have just whacked it clear. Fernandez now down the left. Doesn't really have the pace to continue this, so we're going to try and, just drag it back a little bit. Slow it down a bit. Get Martinez tackled. What is going on with this team? Malacia runs across and covers, and we'll get it back. Anthony. Oh, it's not a foul, but I mean, I wanted it to be. All right, that's all that matters. Lindelof again. Okay, right. He's back in the good books for now. Unless we drop points here, he remains in the good books. Rashi can't get the ball from Alanga, and we do eventually get it. Oh, they do eventually get it clear. The audio's holding up for now. Of course, if it does fall apart, we'll go back to earphones. But I want to see if the headset can hold up. And if it does, then we'll keep it. We'll try to keep it going. But if not, then we'll have to just order a new one, won't we? Ball in, but nobody's there. And United chant breaking out amongst Old Trafford. Imagine if you're Aberdeen and you beat Manchester United on in the back garden. That would be. I mean, for Aberdeen that'd be big, but for United that'd be not. I mean, you could think about the links with Sir Alex Ferguson and how maybe he's having a role in the Aberdeen setup, and that's probably why they've beaten us here. No, I'm not going into in depth for that one because, I mean, as much as Aberdeen, it's two of Alex Ferguson's clubs clashing here. There's one that is vastly superior, And it ain't Aberdeen, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. If you're an Aberdeen fan, yeah, it's not Aberdeen. Great passing. That should be a goal. And it is a goal. And it's the captain on his left peg, Bruno Fernandes, giving Manchester United the lead. And hopefully securing Manchester United top spot in this Europa League group. If not, then I've got questions. But that's a great finish. I mean, even a good goal. No offense to Aberdeen, that's going through his ankle. No offense to a good goalkeeper or any good goalkeepers. I don't know what I'm on about here. Basically, it's unsavable if you're a good goalkeeper. But I mean, Roos isn't. I'm not trying to insult Roos in the Aberdeen net. It's the first goal of the competition for Bruno Fernandes. Hasn't really scored a lot in the competition. He's kept his goals confined to the Premier League. But also, it doesn't really matter anyway, because other people have been scoring in this tournament, like no tomorrow. Tackle made, and you win the ball back again. And I think it's just a matter. I would like to push for a second, obviously, but I think it might just be a matter of trying to hold on to this, because Aberdeen are pains. Anthony into Donny. Back to Anthony. Worth a shot in it. Speaking of football, Chelsea's downward spiral continues, which is quite funny. João Felix getting a red card in his debut, losing to Fulham. It makes me laugh a little bit. Now that we're not a banter club anymore, Anthony tried to take another one on, gets blocked, but we get the ball back. Donny from range, blocked as well. I think we're just trying to crack a couple off now until half time, just to try and consolidate this lead. Alanga. Fernandes, Donny from range, wide. That's poor keeping. He's bloody allergic to the ball. That kid who needs to hear it, he's shit. Fair enough. I mean, it wasn't great keeping, but it was a very good shot as well from Bruno. If I remember this time, which I probably won't, I'll take a look at the stats so far this season for us and see where the goals are coming from. That's poor from Malacia, and now it's possible chance to end the half for Aberdeen, and it's a ball into number 11, which I thought I marked. I thought there was someone on there defending that. There wasn't. I've got questions as to why there wasn't, but we'll come to that at a later date. It hasn't gone in, which is all that matters. Alanga heads it away. It's not fully away though, which is an issue. Donny fouls. Yeah, let the game keep going. Nice. Perfect timing. Martinez gets it clear. Only as far as Alanga, we just try to keep it out of our half till half time. And it's 1-0 up at the break to Manchester United. Great finish from Bruno. Currently gives us top spot in this group, which is what we're aiming for. I should think it'd be this much of a battle, to be honest. Dropping those points against Aberdeen the first time around the rail, he screwed us over a little bit. Alright. Move into the half-time break with a lead. But of course, Sociedad have got the same. I wasn't surprised. Here are the other results from around the grounds. I'll not read them all out, but you can have a look, see what's going on around Europa League's groups here. I was really hoping Arsenal would get knocked out somehow, but I think they're through. I haven't taken too much of a look at the groups yet. Take a look at the half-time stats. It's a lot closer than I'd like to admit. 57-43 in terms of possession, 5 shots to 4, 0.6 expected goals to 1.1 for Aberdeen, who actually have more expected goals. And the fucking most telling stat of all, we've had 1 shot on target and it's found the back of the net. So, I mean, fair play, we're accurate, and we know where the back of the net is in this particular game. We're going to have to make some changes in the second half, of course, to keep fitness up, because there's a game against Fulham 3 days later. And I think what we're going to be struggling with this episode is stamina once again. The headset decided to mess up again, so maybe the commentary fucks up. Like the in-game commentary, I can't even hear it now, so it might be on the headset, might be on its dying legs here. McTominay. Into Donny. From range. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. This man is having a hell of a season, and he adds to his tally. He might be among the top scorers, to be honest. I don't know who the fuck scored all the goals this season. But that probably puts us through top. And it means we can probably make some changes to keep the stamina, keep the faith for Fulham. And that's a hell of a finish. No complaints there. Donald van de Beek making it 2-0. And we're cooking now. We're cooking. He wants another one. I've pressed it to the wrong player, but it's somehow come to Anthony. I think we're looking to have a bit more of an open game in the second half. I don't know what Bruno's doing. I've tried to shift onto his right. He's just decided nah. Martinez into Rashford here. McTominay. Back to Rashford. Can he bag today? That'd be great if he could as well. Ah, it's a good save from Roos to prevent a third. But we've come out of the second half like a house on fire. I wanted to watch the replay, but the game has skipped it for us. I didn't press anything there. We're going to make some changes as well, just early on in the second half, purely for stamina reasons. I would like Van de Beek available for the Fulham game. If not, obviously, we've got Fred as an option there. We've got Ericsson coming on, and do we bring on Garnacho? I think we bring on Garnacho soon. Not yet, though. The first change is that Van de Beek, Ericsson change. Van de Beek scored a banger, and now he can come off. We need to try and keep the midfield as fit as possible over this episode, because it's 4 games in 9 days again, which is a bit punishing. And they could spread them out a bit more. They've got time to spread them out a bit more, because we've got the last game against Bournemouth. I don't know if it's Bournemouth, but we do have the last game. And then we have an 8-day break before the Spurs game. Why can't I play a game in that time? I'd rather play a game in between and have it spread out a bit more. Ericsson from range. It's going to be blocked from our corner, probably. Yes. Oh, apparently McTominay. Did I shoot the ball at McTominay? First of all, I don't even know if that's offside. I can't see because of the guy's head. But the line says it is. Second of all, I didn't want to aim that shot at McTominay, so can we have a redo on that one? 2-0 to the good here in Manchester. Bruno and Van de Beek with equally brilliant finishes. I reckon Van de Beek's edges it for me because I'm biased and it just looked better. But Rashford, Bruno. We're just trying to find a way through now because Aberdeen's defence are going to try and hold strong here. Ericsson forcing another save out of Roos. We are cooking the second half. This is going to be a fun one. Jack McKenzie going to make way. And on comes him. Hayden Coulson. I don't know the names. No offence to Aberdeen fans. Bruno probably overhit that a little bit. Actually, that's perfect to Rashford. Alanga controls it. Ericsson bangs it into the defender. Alanga. Bruno going to recycle this one, and it's going to come to McTominay, whose touch is absolutely abysmal. I maybe should have just taken a shot on, but who knows where that would have gone with a man like McTominay. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's a bit of an issue here. Still technically on the counter or Aberdeen here, but Malacia clears it up. And we'll get it away, and we'll hopefully that'll be. I mean, it probably will be us now. I don't see Aberdeen scoring 2. No offense to Aberdeen. I don't see him scoring 2. If Anthony gets the ball here, it could be 3. It's not. It's a good idea with the pass, but it's just not occurred. Fernandes intercepts. I think probably should have brought him off, but he can get the rest against Fulham, which was what my thinking was, and then we'll have him for Newcastle and Villa. I'm slightly less concerned about Fulham. Don't get me wrong, I'm still concerned about him, but slightly less. Ericsson makes it 3, and it's 3 centre mids again. We don't need strikers at this club. Should we just not sign Abraham? Should we just fucking sign nobody up front and just keep buying the goals in with our midfielders? Because there's no point. I don't think a striker would do anything for us, to be honest. Shoot that with McTominay, he'd take a satellite space out. That's why I was thinking just take a touch and then shoot. But his touch is poor. So I want to make some substitutions. I haven't made them yet. I will now. Martial will come in and we'll bring on the big man at the back. We need Martinez. I'm no longer worried. is my point. We could just chill. We'll sit defensive and we'll just chill now. We could always push for more goals, and the cards are on for more goals, but I'd rather just chill. Eriksson, again, it's another save. We're giving the Aberdeen goalkeeper a workout at least. Maguire for Martinez. Martial for Rashford. Don't get me wrong, Martial probably won't do anything. It's just purely for fitness reasons. We do play with a striker, so we're going to need one on the pitch, whether he scores or not. Ball in, it's away. Initially, McTominay close that down. Not really. Dallo can though. Go on. Ball into what was meant to be towards Martial. We'll close, go to Langa. Towards Anthony. Probably not the target you want on the end of a header, considering his height, but it's fine. He was unchallenged on that occasion. Tackle. Eriksson up to Martial. And now Alanga. He's got options in the middle. Eriksson is that option, and that will do it. That rounds it out. It's becoming a bit embarrassing now. Or I suppose it's not embarrassing. It's probably what you'd expect out of this fixture. But it's becoming a bit of a show now. We're putting on a bit of a show. Eriksson makes it 4. He gets a brace. My man has come on, and inside 10-15 minutes, he's bagged twice. He's bagged twice as he's come on the Dane. What a legend. What a legend Christian Eriksen is. Fantastic. And that will definitely do it. I mean, it was already done, but that will definitely confirm it. It was done at 2-0, to be fair. Rashford winning another player of the month, my star boy. I'd like to call him a star boy, but in all realism, he's 26. But he is very, very good, and I very much like Marcus Rashford, and I hope he continues on this path. Alanga, poor touch. We're going to bring on the star boy, our personal star boy in his career mode now. We'll swap Alanga across to Anthony. Oh, sorry, we want this. We do want this. We want Alanga on the right. The game has decided that it's going to do that. And then Anthony will make his way on. And I probably should have put Wan-Bissaka on the bench. We'll be fine. Be alright. There should be some recovery between now and Fulham. I'm not saying there's going to be none. Dallo cuts it out. Anthony. We're just having a bit of a field day here. We're getting our goals in this game because God knows it'll be difficult to score in the Premier League. Especially against... My main concerns are actually Villa rather than Newcastle. Newcastle, of course, have got that attack, but Villa are faster. And with stamina being poor, it might be difficult. Anthony, interesting choice to shoot from there. And by interesting, I mean, why is he shot from there? I mean, I wanted to shoot from there. It's the point, obviously. It's just the way he's done it. The fact that he just insists to go on his left. Oh, they might get a goal back here. We've got no centre back. So good save from Hendo. Now you've got to question the positioning of where the fuck is Lindelof. I've just realised I've got Lindelof and Maguire on. I've got Lindelof and Maguire at the back. It's been for a while now. It's only just dawned on me that that is the case. Alanga couldn't score if there's the only person on the pitch. The lad needs a loan. I know he does. In real life, he does. But in this Man United team, we don't have winger depth. In career mode, we don't have the winger depth. So we're gonna just have to try and get on with it up until January. Maybe like sign a winger in for depth, which is what we're planning on doing. I've got my man that I want to do it with. That sounds really weird. Man, I want to sign. He's had 6 attempts already. Eriksson, mate. You're just a madman, aren't you? I suppose a few of them have been blocked. But no, I've got my plans for who is going to take that left wing backup spot. He's on the short list, but we haven't got the rating for him just yet. Hopefully we'll have that by the end of the episode. Starboy Garnacho picks up Martial. Will he score today? Surely. There we go. All Martial needs is to find his level, and that level is the Scottish Premier League. Midfielder merchants, not my club. Well, speak again. A striker has found the back of the net in the Manchester United career mode. History. It's a good ball through from the star boy Garnacho. Martial, all he has to do, I say all he has to do, he has to do a bit of work. He has to outpace number 2 there in the defence and then just curl it around Roos, which he's done spectacularly. And this should have been the result first time around against Aberdeen, but they defended well at Pittodrie and they got a point against us. But that obviously is that for this Europa League group. We will go through top. And unless Sociedad have absolutely outscored us and can add an extra point to their tally somewhere along the line, that's absolutely brilliant from us. Maguire Lindelof, I'm not going to try it again, but it's not been bad today. That's because most of the time it was Martinez Lindelof, but in the minutes we've had it, it hasn't been bad. We've dominated, and rightfully so. Garnacho to Martial. Can we go for number 6 here? Bruno Fernandes from range. Oh, it wasn't far off. Thought we'd try a bit of one from range there, try and get another goal, a season contender, but just past the post. Are you taking the piss? So I thought I jinx every bloody thing in this series. You just, it's like the best one was Cavani, man. The best one will always be Cavani from last year. And Cavani's shit, goes and scores a hat trick. He's my Carabao Cup merchant. I think maybe we sign Cavani again for a bit of depth, to be honest. Good save, Hendo. Tried to bring Maguire across, but he's like a giraffe. He's not got really the ability to get across. Did he? Sorry, did Hendo save that with his head? I think to take a look at the replay here. I'm pretty sure he saved it with his face. Oh no, his hand was just up there. I thought he saved it with his face. That would have been brilliant. Well, it's a brilliant way to kick off an episode that might be our difficult one. I just hope it doesn't go downhill from here. That's done. That's the game done with. Well, yeah, like, we're 5 minutes into injury time of 4 minutes. And not only that, we were 5-0 up, so I don't know why they got extra minutes for that corner, to be honest. But we do end up victorious. We do end up outclassing Aberdeen, which is what should have happened the first time around. A 5-star performance with 5 goals, 2 coming from the Danish midfielder Christian Eriksen, 1 from Fernandes, 1 from Van de Beek, and then 1 to cap it off and help his goal tally. Anthony Martial gets our 5th late on. So that will put Aberdeen probably in the Conference League, depending on the other result. If the other result's a draw, then Aberdeen are out of the whole thing. But that's not really our prerogative. It's not really important to us. Take a look at the stats. We deserved it. Maybe not as many goals as we got, but we do deserve the win. 60-40 in terms of possession, 16 shots to 6, and 3 expected goals to their 1.5. Maybe they did deserve a goal, though when he was needed, did well to make sense. Don't you dare sign that cup merchant. I'll start the cameo out with it immediately. Nah, I think we need a bit of Cavani, you know. Man of the match goes to Bruno. Maybe shouldn't have started him today, but he absolutely worked his socks off in that midfield, got a goal, and was just all around Bruno. So good is what I'm saying. Realistically, though, I maybe should have rested him, but we could do that. We'll probably do without for Fulham. No offense to Fulham, I'm not underestimating them, but Fernandes we need to keep for the top 4 teams currently. Alanga with an assist. He actually had quite a good game according to the game, and I don't know if I agree with that, but he wasn't bad. He wasn't Alanga. He's very creative on that right side, but you have to remember the fact that it's Aberdeen, ultimately. Lindelof, back in the good books, 8 rated, tackled everything he saw. He's back in the good books. Anthony Martial coming on late, needed a goal, got a goal, and hopefully that'll help his confidence. Dean Henderson, clean sheet. 4 shots, 4 saves. No problem there. Donny van de Beek, once again, overperforming for his rating. A goal and an assist from the Flying Dutchman. And I love this man. I just love this man. I want to try and revive his career. Hopefully we can do. Eriksen coming off the bench with a brace as well is fantastic. McTominay with an assist from CDM at 7.7. There were no bad players today. Anthony with an assist at 7.1. Garnacho coming on late as well, assisting that Martial goal. He gets a 6.6, so that's probably just because he didn't spend much time on the pitch there. There was no bad players. Maguire came on, was solid at the back. 6.2 is maybe a bit criminal, but realistically, he didn't need to do much. There was not much needed to do at the back, so if the defensive ratings are a little lower than we expect, then that's probably why. But Lindelof was fantastic today. And he's back in the good books. I didn't check the Aberdeen ratings, not that we really need to, but I will just have a little gander over him. Who's the man of the match? Ramadani getting a 7.9. The only highlight in a piss poor Aberdeen team, to be honest. 10.9 for him. Decent stats, to be fair. Just he's maybe the only person that deserves a result for Aberdeen today, but it was never going to happen, was it? So Kemar Roos, the goalkeeper, or Kelly Roos, that's his name. Who am I thinking? Who's Kemar Roos? I'm maybe thinking of someone else. But anyway, either way, his first name probably is what the problem there was. 9 shots on his goal, saved 4, but he did concede 5, and that's not what you should be doing as a goalkeeper. I'm not professional, but if you're conceding 5, it's not the move. Jagiellonia ended up losing 1-0 to Real Sociedad, so it's a good job we got the win. We maybe went overkill on it a little bit, more than we needed to. But we do finish top of the group, and it's a great opening to today's episode. Look, very well organised day with that Varane. Will you miss him if he's injured out injured long term? Well, I can tell you I got a little scoop on that. He's back for the Fulham game, so that's not a problem. Our squad is stronger than you think as well. If he was out for longer, we'd bring one of the loan centre backs back in. Buy probably just up until January, and then reload him. We'll buy centre back off the market, but we're okay for centre backs now. I think we've got 4, 3 very capable ones, and then Maguire. A great win and a great performance from Ericsson. He kept a good team display. I do want to give Ericsson his own credit, but of course it was to do with the team. Everyone was perfect today. Again, I would like to point out that it is Aberdeen, but ultimately we did very well. We responded really well. From the losses last game, we've gone from Manchester City and Chelsea to Aberdeen, so I didn't expect to lose this one as well. But, I mean, a 5-0 win shows our intent in this competition as well as every other competition. Like I said, we go through top, we'll sim to Fulham, and then we'll take a look at the Europa League groups and how they've ended. Before that, an Ivan Toney scout report here, 79 rated, 19 million. He wouldn't be a bad signing, but I think Abraham would probably be better, in my opinion. The other one I was thinking was Guedes, but he's only just signed for Wolves. I don't want to just steal him off Wolves. We're not signing the Pigeon, and I don't think we're signing any of these, to be honest. Trippier would be a good signing if he was about 5 years younger. Don't want to be too reactionary, but I think we're winning the Europa League. Well, we'll see what we've got in the round of 16 eventually, once that comes up. Tournament prize money, 6.2 million, makes a bit more for us next year, which is good. Adds a bit more to the budget. Victor Lindelof says, really pleased you picked me, boss. I feel like it's going to be a big boost for my career. Did very well. It was always going to get a game anyway, though, because A, Varane's injured, and B, rotational side for Aberdeen. So take a look at the Europa League groups. How did they finish, you might be asking? Or even if you're not asking, I'm going to show you anyway. Europa League groups. So take a look. Group A, Arsenal top their group. PSV going through. Zurich into the conference, and Bodo Glimt out. For Group B, Stade Rennais and Fenerbahce will go for Farrell Constanta, nearly making it, but they will go into the Europa Conference, with Dynamo Kiev going back home. As for Group C, Roma will top the group undefeated, only one draw in that one, and Real Betis will go through with them. Helsinki and Bohemian will be crashing out on that occasion. As for Group D, SC Braga and Union Berlin will just about make it through. The team that we sent someone on loan to, I can't remember who we sent on loan to, nearly got through, only on 8 points, but they will go to Europa Conference, which means even the guy on loan, who I've got on loan, will get some loan experience. I've just noticed there, Braga beat Union Berlin 6-1. Fucking hell. Malmo out of the competition. As for our group, of course, you can see it there. Scoring brilliantly in this competition. I don't know how, because we don't seem to have any scorers, but it's probably because we stat padded a little bit against Aberdeen and Jagiellonia. That's how the group ends. We finished top of 14 points. Real Sociedad just behind us on 13. Aberdeen will go into the Europa Conference, with Jagiellonia exiting the tournament. As for Group F, Lazio and Feyenoord will go through. Lazio only losing the one game, to be fair, not too shabby. Midtjylland and Sturm Graz are out. I mean, Midtjylland will go into the Europa Conference, but Sturm Graz will not. As for Group G, I think it was a cakewalk for Nantes and Freiburg, really. 15 points apiece. Aruca will, by default, I guess, not by much, go into the Europa Conference and Kilmarnock. Why they're here, I don't know. Probably replacing the team that's not in the game. They're out anyway. And in the bottom group, Sparta Prague, AS Monaco will advance. Trabzonspor into the Europa Conference, and then Ferenc Varossi will exit. So it's more or less the teams you probably expect to go through. Maybe a couple that you think might and didn't, but I don't really think there's many. So fair play to those teams. Sometimes there's a way you can check the Europa League draw before it even happens. I want to see if I can do that. It would be around here, wouldn't it? So, no, we can't yet. We can't see our Europa League team, who we'll be facing next. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, after the preliminary round, we'll know for definite. But sometimes there's a way you can check. Maybe they patch that. I don't know. We'll save the game over. We're not losing that progress. Fucking hell, 5-0 win. Don't you dare. What's the Champions League looking like so far? That's a good point. I want to see who's going up and down. I'm not going to go for a whole explanation thing, but I will just hover over the groups quickly. Liverpool, Napoli through, Atletico, Leverkusen through, Barcelona, Bayern through, Spurs, Marseille, Milan, Chelsea. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ, that group's close. Milan, absolutely whitewashing that group. Shakhtar topping that group. This is a cursed timeline. Shakhtar, Madrid going through. Dortmund, Sevilla, City are coming into the Europa. Oh fuck! I forgot that third would come down to us. I forgot, and Juventus as well. We could go for Vlahovic, but no. In all seriousness, Benfica, PSG making it through Group H. So the teams that will be coming down to the preliminary round and may face us at a later date. We'll see. Ajax, Porto, Inter, Sporting, Salzburg, Leipzig, City, and Juventus. It's going to be a difficult one. I didn't think about the third place teams that come down. I'm really hoping a few can lose in the preliminary round. Can I check the preliminary round? Or can I not? I cannot. Alright, well, I guess I haven't been drawn yet. But fucking hell, that's going to be interesting when the time comes. So taking a look at the Premier League standings before we go to this Fulham game. A win, I think, would put us back into fourth on goal difference. It depends on how big the win is, actually, as to whether it puts us back into fourth on goal difference. But it is possible. Liverpool and City on 31 points. They're starting to escape a little bit. And that's totally fine because I didn't think we were going to win Premier League first season anyway. So let's rotate the team a little bit for this game. Obviously, Varane will walk back into the team. Wan-Bissaka will take the place of Dalot. Shaw will take the place of Malacia. Casemiro will come in. And so Eriksen for Fernandes. And I'm going to make a move here that obviously someone in the chat will like. Fred will get a start. Anthony off the left. Sancho will come back in for this game as well. Anthony's growing like fucking nobody's business. Jesus Christ, he's 85 already. Imagine what he's going to end up as. Rashford will move off from Martial. Rashford's growing quite well as well. He's already in 84. Do we need another striker? I mean, the answer is yes, because he hasn't found the back of the net in fucking knows how long. But he's growing really well, is the star boy in real life, Marcus Rashford. Do we need to rotate anything else? I think we're good otherwise. I am going to put Lang on the bench. No offense to Garnacho, I don't trust him in the Premier League as much as I do in the Europa League, maybe. Finally, a real footballer is on the pitch. Yeah, this is a move. This is definitely a move. Whether it works out is different. But we'll give it a go, and we'll see how we can go in this one. So taking a look at the team. I've done that on the main menu. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Take a look at the team for this one. De Gea gets his spot back in between the sticks. I was considering having Henderson in the goals because he did quite well in the old game there, but you have to remember it is Aberdeen. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka as the fullbacks. Martinez and Varane, the centre-back partnership. Hopefully we'll close down Mitrovic, but fuck knows. Casemiro, captain. I'm not sure about that one, Chief. We'll sort it in a second. Casemiro, CDM. We'll sort it in a second. I think De Gea will probably have the armband today. Eriksen and Fred as the centre midfield option. Sancho off the left. Anthony off the right. Martial up front. And we are going to give the armband to De Gea. No offence to Casemiro because I do like him. But it's a bit too soon, I reckon, for him to be captain. Does he have the captain trait? Oh, he's got a lot of traits. Captain trait isn't one of them. Solid player. Varane's injury prone. Of course, he's had an injury already this season, so it's no surprise there. That is the team, though, for the game at Old Trafford. Can we beat Fulham? I bloody hope so. We need a recovery victory in the Premier League. But Leno is good in between the sticks, and Mitrovic will cause us problems. So we'll see what can happen here at Old Trafford. Now, I don't want to underestimate Fulham because they're not a bad club. They beat Chelsea yesterday. But what I do know is we're struggling in the league. We've got 2 big, scary clashes after this. So 3 points is necessary. I never thought I'd be scared of a game against Aston Villa, but they are in the race along with us for top 4, at least early on anyway. Newcastle I'm terrified about because of how they've been cooking in real life, and they've been doing well in the game as well. Of course, Ericsson gets a start because he did very, very well against Aberdeen. But realistically, I mean, most of the players should have got a start from the game against Aberdeen. But obviously, you can't do that because of stamina. Stamina does have to come into effect at some point. Don't sweat it. Fred is playing. Guaranteed 3 points. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever had 3 points when Fred's been involved in the game. I think there might have been one. Maybe been one game where we've won with Fred in the team. And that's probably Jagiellonia. We drew against Wolves when he scored, but I suppose he got us the point, so I can't be too mad. How's our bench looking? They've not signed too many people. I forgot they got Daniel James on loan. They've got Palacios. He's quite a decent little footballer. And Babu on the bench as well. Hell, I forgot to sign a Babu too. Realistically, I don't pay attention to much Fulham news. But we kick off our first bit of league action, 51 minutes into the episode. And it should be 3 points. But whether it is or not is a different matter entirely. Mitro will cause issues. But hopefully Martial could cause issues as well. I'm literally starting Martial because Rashford's tired. Any other reason it'd probably be Rashford. Good tackle by Fred. Early action into the game. It went the wrong way. It was meant to go to Ericsson. Game wanted to go to Fred there. Casemiro in the midfield. Back again. McTominay had a good showing against Aberdeen. Didn't really need to do much, but didn't really do much wrong either. Fred. Ball in is awful. Straight to Leno. Mitro target. Casemiro steps in front. There's no chance Mitro's getting past Casemiro. So we just need to stick Casemiro on the big number 9 from Serbia, and we'll be fine. Anthony. Well, I wanted someone in the middle. I was hoping it'd be my striker, but I'm silly if I think my striker's going to put any work in. Casemiro once again. I just love this. I love this big Brazilian bloke, man. He's so good. Then again, he has just been tackled. But we've got the ball back. Shot, Ericsson. Sancho. Back into Ericsson. Martial turns, shoots, forces a save out of Leno. Decent start. Would have liked to have found the back of the net, but of course we're only 9 minutes in, so it's not big at the moment. Not a problem that we haven't scored yet. Last time we were at Old Trafford was the last game, and we saw a 5-0 win, so if something similar would be in this one, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Ericsson. Towards Martial, it's not going to make it. Fred on the edge. Anthony from range. Save again. And Kazawa. What a fall from grace he's had, leaving Kazawa. Go from PSG to Fulham. Fucking hell. But I suppose he don't get picked at PSG, so it makes sense. Intercepted by Fred, who I don't think knew much about it. And he has lost possession there on that occasion. Martinez clearing up. Sancho. He shifted onto his right, put a little ball in here to Martial. He does. Martial! I mean, I think Theo Johnson's arguing that it could be a penalty. Wonder why it isn't. Is there a penalty shout in there? I think he might be not really, but I think it might be bad from Martial. Take a look at this because I didn't really see a penalty shout. We've controlled it. I mean, I've seen him given. We've taken the shot on, but the number 4 has come in very physically as the ball goes. Again, Martial should be putting on target, but I want to take a look more at the foul than the ball, and I can't because the game likes to focus on the ball. I am on the floor. So, I mean, there was a collision, but Martial's already taken the shot on. Martial's just shit. Yeah, fair. But it just looked like there was a bit of collision. Steele Johnson complaining. Oh, I thought we'd have a little VAR ourselves since the game doesn't have VAR. If FIFA had VAR, it'd be over, man. Fucking hell, imagine. Fred, Anthony. Arsenal take lead over Newcastle. I don't know if I like that or hate that because they're both teams I need to draw, really. That's a big game of the day. We're still yet to find a goal here against Fulham, but we're very early on still. And we could find one now from Rage. Then I remembered who I was shooting with. Oh, it's Casemiro. Sorry, Casemiro. I thought it was Martial I was shooting with. I didn't realise you were there. Not far off from the Brazilian man. It was curling, you know. A bit more curl in it. I guess we're not going to see the full replay. Bit more curl than that. Might have been 1-0. I thought it was Martial's taking a shot, which is why I threw out an insult. Wasn't really looking at shirt number. I should shoot my striker being the striker role. Silly me. Good interception given by Martinez. We've closed Fulham down early. We've run the show so far. Anthony's not going to get there ahead of Diop. The only thing we're missing is, of course, the usual, and that is a goal. So you find a bit more of a struggle to find goals in the Premier League, which is concerning. But what can you do? Anthony into space. Sancho, it's blocked. Good bit of ball in from Anthony. Casemiro, I don't know what I mean by good bit of ball, but a good ball is what I meant. Casemiro shoots it straight at Leno. It's not like we're not having the chances. We're just not putting them in the back of the net, which is the concern. And hopefully a concern that we can address come January. Oh, Wan-Bissaka, man. What's going on there? You've been good so far this season as well. You and Dallo. There's a reason you've been rotated because you've both been good. That's perfect from you there. Martinez gets in front of Mitro. I mean, in terms of a height battle there, it would have been lost by Lisandro Martinez. Looks smart for the young man to get in front of Mitrovic. Mitrovic gets no chance here, which is blocked again by Licha. And I believe it is a corner. And that's what you like to see, Casemiro celebrating that block like he's won the Champions League. I mean, he has won the Champions League many a time. Pereira to put the ball in. Ericsson gets the knock away. This is Fulham's probably big chance here in the first half. Not much this first half to shout about, but they've done well. Fred intercepts the pass from Noma, and brilliant work from, I've got to give Fred his credit, brilliant work from him to win the ball back. I would like Sancho to run out to the left, but he's decided to go central for some reason. Martinez, Casemiro, Ericsson, now Sancho. He's got a bit of proving to do. Casemiro, Tony, tackled by Diop, got caught in possession. Oh, fuck. Thank God Mitrovic has the pace of Harry Maguire, because we'd be in trouble here otherwise. Not a great defender. We're not covering ourselves in glory that time, but fucking hell. Nearly was 1-0 at Fulham. After we've had the majority of the chances, Fulham nearly took the lead. Former Manchester United player Pereira on the corner again. It's been hard to get past Leno so far. And the header from Willian straight into the hands of Big Dave. Willian scoring against his former club yesterday in real life, Chelsea, who of course have come to that 2-1 defeat. Great debut for João Felix. I've already explained about it, but it's fucking hilarious still. Martial needs some options here. Anthony is that option, but it's also intercepted very well. So we're going to get unlucky on that chance again. Casemiro try to get in there. Martinez does get in there ahead of Mitrovic. And we'll try and push again. Scary that Fulham had a good couple of chances there. Fred, oh, you fucking prick. Fred, I'm trying to praise you. I'm trying to praise you for what you're doing good. But when you're running into defenders and not passing when I press the pass button, that's offside, surely? No? Not? I guess not. Varane reads him, though. But was Mitro not offside there? Okay, Anthony. Can't find the ball through. We might actually struggle this second half coming. Might still concede this first half. Oh, fuck off, man. That's a bit unlucky from Lissandro. Mitro has a penalty. Oh, he's clarted it down the middle, and it's 1-0 Fulham. The penalty award's a bit harsh, especially if you look at the Martial one from earlier. But Mitro goes across to the manager. I can't remember his name. Marco Silva, is it? Marco something? Either way, it's 1-0 Fulham off the penalty. Mitro hugging an invisible manager. How the fuck am I? Right, like, I just want to go back and look at it again, because there is a bit of a foul, but it's not penalty worthy, really. Surely. I just want to go in depth a little bit on this, because I can guarantee if this is on our end, it's not given. Pereira turns his man. Martinez has done awful here. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, and I guess it's a penalty, isn't it? Really, he's taking his leg out. I mean, it's soft, but can't really argue too much. 4th goal of the season for Mitro. And a 1-0 lead for Fulham at Old Trafford, which is not the way we wanted this to go. It's not good. It's not good. The Premier League is a different animal. Europa League might be doing very well, but Premier League, different story. Wan-Bissaka into Anthony. We need to sub off Anthony early second half. He looks quite tired. He's not looked good today. Martial to Fred. Edge of the box. Worth a shot. Casemiro. Eriksen try to keep the ball. His possession can't quite. Too many Fulham players around them. And they'll get it away. And Fulham probably take the lead into half time now. Casemiro maybe give us one more chance. It's into Eriksen. Down to Martial. It's a good save from Leno again, man. Last attempt to the half. Manchester United try to get the crowd here going for a corner. Possibly an equaliser for the break. I can't believe we're fighting for a fucking equaliser, to be honest, but the penalty was a penalty on second glance. Eriksen towards Luke Shaw. It's a save. Follow up off the line. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Ball in. Just go in the net. Go in the goal. Thank God. Anthony Martial. What a scramble. Martial equalises just before the break. But fucking hell. It's like trying to score past the wall. In the end, Martial, it's just it's a shit show. It's pinball in the area, and it's a victory for Martial. Personal victory there to get the equaliser before the break. He seems to be scoring for now anyway. The striker's definitely needed. Good save, but we have to bear that chance. Absolutely. Absolutely has to go in. 2 goals in 15 matches. That's my number 9. I'd be fuming if I was Fulham. That's so unlucky. Yeah, straight before half-time as well. The Fulham manager was going to be celebrating how his team took the lead. But then we got Martial, a bit lucky. Well, I say a bit very lucky to equalise. My man has 2 goals in 15 matches, and that's his second goal. Anthony, he has been a little bit slow today. Maybe fatigue from the Europa League game, but no excuse, really. Man of his quality should be performing all the time. Taking a look at the games around the grounds. Arsenal 1-0 up at the Emirates over Newcastle, and Southampton losing 1-0 to West Ham at St Mary's. 2 goals in 15 appearances. Get him out of my club. I mean, everyone gets a season, alright? Everyone gets a season to prove themselves. I mean, like, look at the stats. It's not like we haven't tried. We just haven't been successful in our trying. That's the problem. We need someone who could just put the ball in the back of the net. We don't have that at the moment. 59 to 41 in terms of possession, 12 shots to 4, 3.7 expected goals to 1.3. We've been dominant. We just need to find that winning goal, hopefully in the second half, and not fall apart completely. We'll go into the second half for now. Anthony will probably make way early in the second half because he's quite tired. I would like to have him as best as I can for the Newcastle game. He's not really performed today, but maybe he's a big game player, although he didn't really do much against Liverpool or City or Chelsea either, so maybe he's just a player. Eriksen's been fouled there. That'll be a booking when play stops. But we do have a play here with Sancho. I can't speak. Shaw towards Anthony. Was actually meant for another Anthony, and that is the number 9 Anthony rather than the number 21 Anthony. Fred knocking it to Sancho from range. You know what? Could have been. Right, range shots are probably not the one if we're going to try and go for a win here, lads. To be honest, I'm not going to do that again. Anthony Martial try to find his way through. Doesn't. It could be an injury, and this might please. This might please Jordan in the chat, but it does mean if it's a serious injury that we do only have one striker. And I know the striker, yeah, the play stopped. I know the strikers haven't been very good, but I would still like one, alright? Martial. I mean, this could be a blessing in disguise. It could be long term, and we bring that striker in, and we don't have to worry about Martial. But at the same time, now that Martial scored 2 and 2, that's when he gets injured. This game's a bloody joke. I mean, it might be a blessing in disguise, but it's also very unfortunate, as Rashford is the only striker at the club. There was an idea where I put Bruno into a false 9, perhaps, but I don't know if we'll go into that. We may have to do that at some points. Taking a look then. Might as well bring off Anthony as well, while we're here for the other Anthony. But Martial with an injury. See, Onoma tackle that got a yellow card on Ericsson, but Anthony coming off for another Anthony, and Rashford being brought. I can't speak. He's being brought on for the injured Martial, and I hope for our striker depth, I hope that's not long term, because we don't have anyone out on loan, so that does mean we have one striker till January. We've still got 5 games to play. Either Rashford plays exhausted, or we do just have to try a different formation. Maybe a false 9. Put Bruno into that false 9 area just up until the January transfer window opens. Fred in towards Ericsson. It's not going to make it. That's, as much as Martial hasn't been incredible, that is a bit of a blow in terms of depth. Should be a goal kick. Varane's just pressured him more than actually doing anything serious. Never want to see an injury, but I think he's got to be transfer listed. Buy a new striker and sign a backup like Makoko. I am going to buy Makoko, but I think that's going to be a summer signing rather than a January signing, but we may need to make it a if it's a long-term injury, of course, to Martial, then it'll be forwarded to January. But if it's short-term, I would like to try and keep Martial going just to the end of the season, just to see what he's capable of. Because I feel like last year we sold him too soon. This year I want to give him the opportunity. Oh, it's a great tackle by Wan-Bissaka. They'll line up a power shot. We need to find a winner, lads. We really need to find a winner, especially as the games we've got coming up. We might not get wins in. Alanga into... Well, it was into Fred, but he's moved out of the way of the pass. Although the pass could have probably been improved on as well. So, tackle by Wan-Bissaka in front of Fulham. Maguire trying to convince the manager to let him have a few minutes at striker. If we've got a penalty, you can have it. No, I'm joking. Whoever wins the penalties take it around here. But obviously that wasn't the case of Fulham, because Pereira got fouled and Mitrovic took it. Good tackle, Martinez. Right, come on, lads. As much as I do like Fulham in real life right now, I don't want to draw against them in video game. God, oh, that's a brilliant ball through. Sancho, what is that touch, man? Oh, good touch there, sends us through. Good tackle by Casemiro, it's still alive. Somehow we've still got the ball. I mean, we're lucky to be in this game at all, because the fucking goal we did get was very scrappy. And it came from a man who's now having a treatment in the physio room. We'd like to keep Martial on for a bit longer, obviously, but I can't keep him on if he's injured. Ericsson to Casemiro. Try to play it to Fred, but Casemiro wants to take 3 days to make the pass. So, of course, the pass doesn't go through because he's taking too long with it. Oh, fuck off. Mate! No, like, the goal is fantastic. The goal is brilliant. There is no debate that that goal is a mental one. De Gea's off his line for some reason. I don't know why. I don't get it. That's a brilliant goal. I'm not arguing the goal at all. I'm arguing my goalkeeper's positioning. I didn't even bring the fucker out. Jesus Christ. It's going to be a difficult season, isn't it? Oh, mate. What a finish from Mitro. I can't lie. That's a fantastic finish from Mitro. But I can't help but think, if De Gea's in his actual position, that doesn't happen. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, it's gonna be. I was laughing at Chelsea for losing to Fulham earlier in real life. We might be the butt of the joke here if we drop points. Just can't find a way from their defence. Fred, come on, lad. If there's a moment for you, it needs to be now. I can't find a way through. Ericsson, please, just go. Oh, fucking hell, man. We don't deserve to lose this either. I think De Gea maybe needs a bit of time on the bench. We're going to probably use Henderson for the Newcastle game. Fucking hell, man. Fulham may not be done, honestly. Blocked it, but it's still Fulham's ball. He's gone to the wrong player, but at least Martinez doesn't make a tackle. Varane, that didn't go off the pitch. But alright, we'll make our changes. We need to fucking... We're bringing on some attacking changes. We're pushing for this win now. Fernandes isn't someone I want to bring on. I want to rest him, but we are going to bring him on. McTominay as well in that spot for Casemiro. And then Maguire will come on for Varane. And then we'll go attacking. Again, I didn't think we'd be pushing for an equaliser against Fulham. But Mitro, we knew he was the danger man. Right, one was from a penalty. But that... I don't know what De Gea is doing. Sancho's been poor as well. I know it's a problem. We've got a winger idea coming in January. But the part of this is the challenge to get some of these players that aren't performing in real life to perform in the game. That's part of the issue. That's part of the challenge. I've blocked that, so it means it's probably going to be a goal for Fulham. Yeah, I just love it. I just love it. I absolutely love it. The lack of marking just makes me erect, honestly. Manor Solomon will wrap up for Fulham there. I blocked it perfectly. Not much more I can do there. Wan-Bissaka needs to get in front of his man. I'm vexed. I'm vexed, to be honest. This isn't a 3-1 Fulham game. De Gea needs a break, I think. De Gea needs a little spell on the sidelines. He's not been very good today. I'm fucking pissed, man. I'm pissed. Maguire gets the initial blocking, but it just goes straight back to them, and then we don't follow up on the defending. Wan-Bissaka needs to get in front of his man, which he hasn't done at all. First goal of the season from Manor Solomon. Ref, can you pull your fucking cards out? Thank you. Would have rather the red, obviously, but yellow for Mitrovic. Going for the back of Bruno. It's been a frustrating day out, to be honest. We had the chances in the first half. I knew it would happen. Second half, they came alive, and fair fucks to them. They've fucking taken us to the cleaners. But realistically, we should have put our chances away in the first half. But that's the problem that this team is plagued with, the striker problem. I'm really hoping we get a striker to come in and fix that problem, but we also need wingers. We've got wingers. Sancho, it's a save from Leno. He's been fucking brilliant today, and it's annoying. Good movement by Sancho. It's probably the first thing he's done good all game. A decent opportunity. Should be scoring it, but Leno's pulled that fantastic save. It's going to be a big loss here at Fulham. I can't believe we've lost to Fulham. It's a bit... It's a step backwards, really, isn't it? Elanga. McTominay. Martinez. Elanga. Blocked. Sancho. Saved again. Fuck off, man. We don't deserve to lose this 3-1. We just need someone to put the ball in the back of the net, and we don't have that. And it's so frustrating. Fred's not taking a corner. I'm sorry. I'm not. We've got Bruno on the pitch. Why is Fred over the corner? We've got Bruno physically playing. Can we get another goal just to make it respectful? Maguire, not going to win that one over Leno. I can't believe this is a 3-1 loss. I can't believe it. How do we go from a brilliant... I mean, I guess there's parallels between, or there's difference between Aberdeen and Fulham, but realistically, this is a 3-1 loss, and I feel a bit... Part of me feels a bit robbed. Penalty, I could probably let it go. I could probably let it slide. De Gea has been a fucking wank stain in the net today. And maybe Henderson should have been the shout. I'll say Martinez because he just got the ball. Henderson probably would have been the run today. I just fucking don't know this fucking team, man. Ten Hag might be cooking, but I fucking burn. Maguire's got an injury. Oh my days. Don't be a fourth. Don't be a fourth. Just close it down. Just close it down. Prevent a fourth here from happening. Maguire, get your injured lad, but... before we clear this, I know it's not going in, but what is De Gea? Like, this is back to FIFA 22 career mode De Gea, where my De Gea couldn't save a shit cunt. He started the season so well in his career mode. I thought, oh, this is our man. He's lost. He's in no man's land. That could have easily been 4. We'll kick that out and we'll have the full-time whistle. I want to get out of here. What a shit result. What a shit result. Look at all the fans are gone. There's about 12 Fulham fans and they're going to be celebrating all the way home. The Man United fans, some of the Man United fans have probably left. I'm not surprised either left. If I wasn't the manager, I'd be home by now. I can't look at this team. The finishing in this team is fucking ridiculous. All the goals come from midfield, and when they don't come from midfield, they don't come at all. Our goal came from a striker, granted this game, but then he got injured. I would have loved to keep Martial on. He probably could have fucking, he could have done a job for us today, Martial. I really think he could have done a job for us. That's just a fucking poor showing from us in front of goal. Because I can guarantee you we have more shots. We'll look at the stats now. I have more shots. Go on, show me. Yeah, that's not like. Shit like this, where we need to be finding the back of the net consistently, and we haven't done it. Fair fucks to Leno, he's had a hell of a game with the Fulham goal, but that's on us. That's fully on us. I'm so pissed. No shots, a 3-1 game. 58 to 42 in terms of possession, 17 shots to 7, and 4.2 expected goals to 2.5. We've dominated, and we just couldn't find the back of the net more than once. Martial, the injury I think probably knocked us back, and we didn't recover from it really since. If the man of the match had gone to Martinez, you could fuck off. I don't know how any of the defenders are getting any credit there. Martinez probably the best player out of per team, but I don't know how any defenders are getting credit there because we have let 3 in. Apparently, somehow man of the match goes to Martinez, 8.3 for him today. I mean, he was solid as usual, but late 3 in against Fulham. I don't know if anyone deserves a man of the match out of the back 4. Luke Shaw apparently did well, 7.5. Sancho is the 3rd highest rated player, so you can see how fucking shit that game was when Sancho, who was underperforming, gets a 7.4. Anthony also on a 7.4. The ratings are fucked, man. The ratings are fucked. Casemiro 7.3. Fred was 7.1. Fred, see what I mean? Like, if he's on the pitch, we don't win. But no, in all seriousness, I'm not putting that one on Fred. Fred was probably one of the better players today, as much as I hate to admit it. Martial got his goal, of course, but then he got injured. Can't do much about that. 6.9 for the Frenchman. I reckon he could have another couple of goals today, you know. But it wasn't to happen. Eriksen underperforming as well. Underwhelming from a lot of these players. Especially this man here, David De Gea. Goalkeeping stats. 5 shots to his goal, 2 saves. I think those 2 shots were straight at him when he saved them. The 3 goals conceded, and they hit the bar as well. So it could have been 4-1. It really could have been 4-1. But unfortunately it didn't happen. Looking at Fulham, man of the match goes. They had João Palhinha at centre back, and they won. I don't think they started out as a 5-back. I think once they took the lead, they switched to a 5-back. But fair fucks to Fulham, deserved it. In terms of defensively and goalkeeping, they closed us down. But in terms of chances, we should be putting more chances away. The thing is, we've beaten ourselves there, I think, more than Fulham beating us, because we had the opportunities and we've not done anything about them. Palhinha, man of the match for them, 7.7. Manor Solomon buying a goal, 7.5 for him. Issa Diop, strong performance in defence as well. Mitro, 2 goals. A contentious penalty, but I think they've got to. I think it is a penalty. Looking back at it, Martinez does clip Pereira enough to give away the penalty, and then the other goal from Mitrovic. You have to ask millions of questions about David De Gea. He gets a 7.5. You can tell that he wasn't that good because he got 7.5 for scoring twice. Bernd Leno deserves more than 7.4. He was all over the joint today, stopping us from scoring. But it's partly on us that we couldn't beat him as well, because we just need to find the back of the net. It's the issue. It's the issue we're going to be with for the next 4 games as well. 10 shots on his goal, 9 saves, goals conceded 1. I don't see us getting. If we can't get a result against Fulham, we're not getting the results against Newcastle or Villa either. Palacios and Pereira with assists, 7.2 and 7.1s respectively. I just don't see us getting a result if we can't get one against Fulham. Newcastle and Villa might as well just be out the window. Arsenal winning against Newcastle. West Ham beat Southampton. Everton in a game with Bournemouth drawing at that point. I don't know what happened with that. Such a Martial thing to happen as well. Scores and starts to get going, and boom, injury. Yeah. Not give that goal for Rashford. I know. Just don't talk to me about my strikers, because it's not. I mean, time is probably running out, but I don't want to be negative about it. I want to try to keep morale up, despite what it is. I just want to try to keep morale up. He's not under a lot of pressure at all. Martial's out for 7 months. Well, there we go. Martial's career at United is probably finished. We do need that striker option. It is going to be a striker we bring in, and we're going to bring in 2 strikers now, because we do need someone to play as backup as well. So it's a challenge for us. We don't have a plan B. We're going to be throwing the fucking... I don't know what we're going to do here. We've got 2 strikers and one's gone for the season. The other one couldn't fucking hit a barn door with a banjo. We're going to have to go with the false 9, I think. We're going to have to go with the false 9 and put Bruno in that little false 9 spot. Because Bruno does have good finishing. I think we may have to go with that up until January at least, and then once we get hopefully the signings we're going for, I'm hoping Tammy Abraham, but we maybe think of someone else as well potentially. Makoko will add to the transfer list if I haven't already. I think I did add him. We'll take a look at the transfer list before we move on, just to get the scout reports in. Bruv, it's a situation. That's all I'm saying. It's a situation now where we are struggling. We've got 1 striker, and I don't even know if we can really call him a striker the way he's been playing this season. Makoko, I do have him scouted. He's got a 15 million release clause. Obviously, I'd like to sign him for less. They signed a new contract at Dortmund. I mean, realistically, it could have been that we got him a contract expiry, but he's done what he's not done in real life. He's got a contract extension in the game. 8 days till we find out about Makoko, so we'll find out eventually. Before the end of the episode, we'll find out, because we'll sim up till Christmas Day for the Spurs game. Take a look then. Kvicha, Kvaratskhelia, we get a report on him. He's 79 overall already, 21 years of age. He's going to be a good little depth option. I know, of course, he'll probably overtake Sancho at some point, but it'd be great to get him in. Take a look at strikers here. Lukaku, you're not, respectfully, lad, I don't think you're coming back. Milik, probably not either. Vlahovic is a good option, but I think he's a bit out of our range just now. I'm trying to keep it somewhat realistic. Belotti, not really. Dzeko, why would I sign a former City player? Ibra, I'd love to bring him back, but he's probably retiring in the season, so yeah, we can't bring him in, unfortunately. And of course, it would only be for vibes, really, that we brought him in. It's like a Weghorst signing if we buy Ibra back at this point. So there we go, there's the news. Martial suffered an ACL injury. He'll be out for up to 7 months, so I think that probably spells the end of his United career. He doesn't get back in before the end of the season, and as much as I would like to see him perform, it probably won't happen now. Now, there may be an outside chance we call up someone from the academy. We do have strikers in the academy, but I don't want to ruin anyone's growth just because we've got a striker problem. I don't even know. Malonga's not 18 yet. What are we looking at here? Strikers. We've got 1 striker and he's 15, so we can't even call up anyone from the academy if you fucking want to. So that's an issue as well. Look at the academy though, it's not getting along too bad. We have to trim it at some point down the line, but for now it's looking alright. Anyone with actual good shooting, even the cams that have good shooting, which is great. Braun has decent shooting. I can't just, he's 15. We can't just call people up from the academy because we're struggling. We're gonna have to go false 9, I think. Put Bruno in that pocket. I don't see another. I mean, of course, we've got Rashford maybe for a little bit, but with the games adding up, as we'll show you the calendar real quick here. We've of course got Newcastle and Villa today. That will be the end of this episode, and then Spurs and Villa, and then we'll have Newcastle, Bournemouth. Anyway, you can bring back from loan. Genuinely, I don't think so. I actually don't think we've got a striker out on loan. No, we can't. I mean, we can maybe try and bring back Palestri or Diallo. I don't know what his shooting stats are looking like. What's Palestri looking like? I can't check his stats while he's not here. That's useful. Oh, no, we can. Okay, shooting 64. Yeah, he's really not got his shooting stats to put up front. 64 finishing, 61 long shots. It's not really it, is it? Diallo, slightly worse, if anything. 65, well, 65 shooting. It's a situation. What's Garnacho's shooting looking like? 62. I think I don't want to move Anthony to striker because Anthony, despite being interesting in terms of how bad he's been in some games, he's got good shooting, and I don't know if we put him into a false nine. Diallo's cooking in real life, I know, but he's not good in the game. That's the issue. I think the move, and it's hard to admit. Bruno has 86 shooting. I mean, his pace isn't great, which will fuck it up a bit. But he has 86 shooting, brilliant attacking positioning. The shooting stats speak for themselves. I think we'll have to false nine Bruno up until the end of till January. He won't be happy about it, but he'll have to just fucking. He's a captain, so he'll just have to fucking take it if he wants to be in the team. For this game, though, I think we can use Rashford. Mitrovic hits 2 as Fulham beat Man United. I don't want to talk about it. Martial injury worries fans. Of course, we've got nobody as striker. We're going to need at least 2 strikers, possibly a third. I don't know. We'll go for 2, and we'll see where we're at. Man United fans will have plenty to be worried about after yesterday's match against Fulham. Martial's picked up an ACL injury, leaving him unavailable. Well, you say the near future, end of the season, really, isn't it? Players of the week, nobody in there for us. Not surprising. Chances running out for Rashford. I've clicked the wrong thing. The match against Fulham proved not to be the answer to Rashford's praise as striker suffered further disappointment in what's now become a long run of games without a goal. And it's not good because we've got Newcastle and United, Newcastle and United, they're the same team. Newcastle and Aston Villa, who are both above us. Now, I don't know what course of action to take, really. Because I don't want to be brought into a mid-table battle. I don't want to be sacked, really, is the issue here. So, play the match. In fact, we can't play the match because we need to put Martial to pasture, really. He's not going back, unfortunately. It's a bastard, really, because he really started. I mean, it's only 2 goals in 2 games, but it's a start in it. That's more goals than usual. I don't know what to bring on the bench. Van de Beek, I don't fucking know. It's an issue. Now, what my thinking is, potentially, is doing this. Obviously, we know what we're doing here. False 9. Bruno plays as a centre forward. Now, he's not too upset about that. Do I go with that? Or do I try Rashford for Newcastle? I'm debating my options here. Stamina seems to be more or less okay, which ain't too bad. I'm just thinking, we go with that or do we go with Rashford up top? I think we'll try this. I mean, what have we got to lose at this point, really? We've got 1 striker. We'll give it a go. Malacia and Dallo will come in as fullbacks for this game. And Donny will come in for a start ahead of Fred. I'd go Bruno. Rashford really meant to play through the middle. Yeah, that's fair. Why is Anthony up front? Excuse me, I pick my choices. You can't just fucking switch my team around. I do notice this shit. Henderson for De Gea, absolutely. I'm going to go into the little lobby menu here. De Gea needs a lobotomy at the moment. Failing that, he just needs a rest and maybe a recovery period. So taking a look at the team today, it's a bit slapdash. Why does Casemiro have captain? No offense to Casemiro again, but he's not the captain. Take a look at the team then. We're kind of fucked, really. Henderson in goal. Malacia and Dallo as the fullbacks. Martinez and Varane as the centre-backs. Casemiro CDM. Eriksen left centre-mid. Van de Beek right centre-mid. Sancho left wing. Anthony right wing. And then Fernandes playing in that centre-forward role as the captain. I don't really want to use Sancho or Anthony, but it's a big game. We've got to have the best players. Well, I'd say the highest rated. No, you know what, actually? Scrap what I said. The Langa's having a fucking run out. He somewhat impressed me against Aberdeen. So, I don't really know at this point. I'm throwing mud at a wall and hoping it sticks. Whether it does or not is a different matter. My voice is going a little bit. I'm going to have to take a drink of water in a second. But that's the team we're going to roll with. I'm going to put some tactics on Fernandes to maybe hopefully get something out of him up front. I don't really know what tactics. I guess we can't do getting behind his 72 pace. False 9. I mean, he's the false 9. So we'll just go with that. We're just going to go with that and hope here. St James's Park in the snow. It's not going to be. I'll be lying if I say I think we'll get 3 points here, to be honest. We just lost 3-1 to Fulham at Old Trafford. We've got Martial out for the rest of the season. We've got literally 1 striker for the rest of the month. 4 games. Ronaldo leaving has left us in a bit of a spot, I can't lie. And maybe there should have been some summer signings. But that's part of the challenge. That's part of the fun of it. It's what we have to deal with. Real football clubs can have to deal with this shit. We might as well make it a challenge for ourselves. But to say we've gone from potential title contenders to now struggling to even get Europe within an episode or two, it's a bit of an issue. Now, realistically, we might as well not play with strikers all season. But it is an attacking option injured. And that's the issue, really. Oh, they've got such a good team as well. I mean, they've got Isak up front. There's no Miggy Almiron on for interesting reasons. I may even be asking too much to expect a point here. Cables are going everywhere. Everything's all a mess. The audio's fucking up. It's all going shit again. I don't know what's up with this headset, man, because there's something with the adapter. I mean, the majority of the time I can speak okay, it's just the hearing things is an issue. Well, I mean, I don't really know what we can do in this one. Maybe Bruno set it forward as a blessing in disguise. All I know is we need to just fucking go for it. Nothing to lose. Problem we're going attacking is I think someone else goes into the striker role, so Bruno. Save early from Dubravka. Surprised we started Dubravka when they got Pope. Corner early from Manchester United. Anthony. Going to be the one to deliver it. Hopefully with a good delivery. That's fucking heavy. Casemiro. I was going to try and knock it back in with him, but we just can't get anything. And that could be a Newcastle counter-attack, which needs to be on the lookout for, because they do have fast players. Target's done bad there. We need to try and do a quick throw, but nobody to throw it to. Okay. Yep, alright. I kind of expected that. I knew that when I wanted to throw it to that player, that it wouldn't go to the player with ease. Casemiro. Van de Beek. Alanga. Now Donny again. Fernandes through the middle. Again, he doesn't have the pace, so that's the issue. Van de Beek. Save from Dubravka. Oh, man. I'll always be happy with the point against Newcastle. We've got a throw in there. Murphy tackles me last year. We've won the throw in off it, which is fine. Problem with this is it switches Anthony and Alanga across. Anthony Alanga. But no, that's what I want. Now the audio's bugging again for no reason. I'm not even moving my cable. This is why I want to use the earphones, but the earphones make the mic quality go down. So try to use the headset where I can. Alanga, that's fucking. I just knew. I wanted to do a skill move, but I just knew he wouldn't do it in time. Tackle. Oh, that's a brilliant ball through. If it can find a goal here, Bruno Fernandes. He's probably going to be our top scorer this season. Against all run of play, against all odds, we do have a lead. Whether we hold on to that lead is a different matter, but we do have one. That's a brilliant little ball through from Anthony, though. And Bruno, maybe this may be a blessing in disguise. Like I said, the Martial injury may have given us a chance here to try something a little different. And it might work out. And captain opens the score in 1-0. I think he's actually genuinely the top scorer of the team. Of course, if he look at 6 goals as well. Fucking hell. Goals are hard to come by. We do lead at St James's Park. Whether that remains, like I said, will be found out the remainder of the game. But I would like to not lose. Varane tackles some Maxi-Man and we can get it away. We've just got balls to the wall here and so far it's worked. Anthony into Bruno again. Yeah, Anthony could just farm assists here. Bruno's taking on his left. Tried to switch on to his right. Just took out his left anyways. Like, Right. Bruno, we need a good captain's attitude from you now, man. More than ever. Eriksen to Malacia. Eriksen probably deserved to be dropped, to be honest, but give him benefit of the doubt. I do like the man. Probably going to be his early season at Old Trafford, so give him chances. Dallo towards Bruno, not the tallest. It wasn't towards Bruno initially. It's a bit of a scramble. I don't know who the man initially was in there. Malacia to Langa. Well, I'll try to get back in, but it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, on that occasion. Martinez blocks the pass from Willock. We're just going to have to hold strong and maybe go defensive soon. I think this formation actually has Bruno playing at striker as well rather than centre forward like I wanted, but whatever. Van de Beek! Oh, Van de Beek was left unmarked. It was a brilliant ball in from Malacia. Van de Beek was left unmarked. He was forced to save out of our former loanee, Dubravka. Never really got a spell here in the career mode because we just brought Henderson back instead. Why we're loaning Henderson out in the first place is an interesting one, but I suppose he wanted first team football, don't he? Fernandes. Varane! Oh, man. Right. We're still attacking just now. We're just going to continue that for the moment. Brilliant tackle. I mean, I don't want to say we look like a new Man United, but we do look good for now. Eriksen. Why is he taking on his left? Why would Eriksen want to take on his left? I mean, likely it won't go in, but just take it on your right, lad. You've got a right foot and it's your best foot. I just fucking don't get it. I don't get it. I'm going to have to figure it out because I just need to figure it out. I don't get it. Defending, I thought was better this year. It's proved me wrong. Did I not make... That's a 0.12 expected goal as well. Did I not make the tackle? I thought I made a tackle along the way. Eriksen's fucked already. Jesus Christ. Did I not make a tackle here, or did he just pass it back? Oh, he just passed it back. Fair, you know what? Fair play. I thought I made the tackle. Oh, fair enough then. It was a good little pass back from Isak in the end. We should be doing better there. And yeah, it's not United, New United. It's the same old United. We're struggling. We're very much struggling. I'd like to argue we need some defensive reinforcements, but we'll stick with Lindelof and Maguire season 1. Everyone gets a season. That's the rule. That's the rule we're sticking to. Donny. Ah, oh, fuck off, Dubravka. If Dubravka to be the next coming Emmanuel Neuer this game, I'm just not going to bother. Like, I just can't be arsed. Anthony. Ball in. Please be good. Towards Bruno. Header off the line, you fucking cunt. Alanga back in, and it's saved by Dubravka. I didn't want to header it with Alanga, but he's done the header. I did say I'd be happy with the point, didn't I? So maybe that's what we play for. Dallo. Ball shitting. Casemiro gets it. Donny. Alanga. Can't believe I'm saying this. Donny van de Beek's been one of our best players, but at the same time, you expect it from him from last year's career mode. But it's we've been struggling for goals, but yeah, at the same time we've been scoring. It's just we need the striker to consistently score goals, and then we don't need to worry about anything else too much, I think. I mean, the goalkeeper position's just... I mean, goalkeeper's just shit in FIFA anyway. Nothing we can do about that. If the keeper's bad, the keeper's bad. Bruno is going to outpace Dan Burn. Oh, fuck off the Bravka. Oh, Langer shoots. Why is he turned? Why? Bruno, get to it. Oh, this game. We should be 2-1 up. I'm fuming. I'm fuming. Why has Elanga done that? Why? Elanga just needs to tap that in. Why has he done that, the prick? That'll be the easiest goal that Elanga will not score. I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm not fully annoyed because I know it's big parts of the in-game mechanics. Great save, Hendo. But it's just it's another chance missed, in it. Just clear out the pitch for half time. Oh! Bruno nearly caught the Bravka struggling there. Martinez. I aimed it for Ericsson, so why it's locked into Bruno is an absolute mystery. Newcastle. Oh, fuck off. Can I hand him a notice? Can I hand him a resignation? Isak makes it 2-1 Newcastle. I don't like his career mode. Why isn't Varane? Where is Varane watching? Is Varane marking a ghost? Varane might as well be marking a fucking ghost, honestly. Oh, mate. That just before half time as well. I can't with this team right now. Is that Joe bloody Willock again? Oh no, it's Isak. I couldn't remember if it was. I couldn't remember who the fuck. Fucking fuck off. We'll do the kick off obviously. Then like, mate, I don't know. With this game, man, Newcastle lead at the break after us going a goal up. I thought we might have had a tactic here that might find some new hope for us, but ultimately, it's the same old shit. I do have it on attacking still. Maybe should have brought it back, but at the same time, I don't know who the fuck Varane's marking. Defending is so hit and miss in this game. It's either really solid or so poor. It's frustrating. I know. The Varane bit there is what's really sent me off the deep end a little bit, because all he needs to do is defend that. He just needs to even at least mark Isak. Just show that you want to defend it. I mean, the results are on the ground. 60 minutes. Fulham drawing with Villa. If Fulham could get a win over Villa, that'd do us nice. Chelsea 1-1 with Spurs. Wolves leading Everton. Liverpool leading Brighton. Southampton leading Forest. West Ham beating Arsenal. That's a big one. City drawing with Palace, and then Leicester leading Bournemouth. And of course, we're losing to Newcastle. Despite once again having more chances, this team's going to send this gives. January's going to be a big month. January, the transfers are going to tell us what we can do for the second half of the season, really. 53 to 47 in terms of possession, 13 shots to 4, and 3.1 expected goals to 1. They can finish, we can't. That's about it. Do we bring off Ericsson for Fred yet? Yes, because we need Ericsson for Villa. Fucking hell, man. I don't see a result now. I don't see us, like, even if we do score, I see them scoring again. We've been fucking woeful again in front of goal. I knew it was going to be a challenge, but fucking Christ. What I didn't expect was every team just going to fucking shit all over us. Injury's going to shit all over us. And, I mean, our only hope really is Europa League. Of course, if we don't get top 4 in the league, Europa League's always the option. Always, it might have to be the move. It started off so well, and it's gone downhill ever since. Martinez, put your foot in, lad. Thank you, Fred. Where is my right back? Did Dallo go towards the middle there because Martinez was out? Or whatever. Goal kick anyway. Showing the Isak goal again. I mean, Anderson has to be doing better, really, doesn't he? As well. But that's all on Varane. Varane not in position. Marking the man. Martinez had committed. Varane was just left in no man's land, apparently. And couldn't do anything about it. Again, another disappointing performance so far from Anthony. Bruno has had his chances as well. Fucking please. When I press, like, when I press A there, EA, I don't want the ball to be past 3 seconds after I've done it. I would like it more or less as I pressed A. I've committed Varane. That's my fault if it goes in this time. Good save, Hendo. That's my fault. Varane committed there. It is. Why's my stream frozen? Bear with me. I think there's a big lag spike there. Right. Sorry about that. Just to make sure it's running alright. Felt there's a big lag spike going on. Froze and then it like caught up with itself, so if there's a lag spike, I apologise. Oh, Fred, get stuck in, La. Might as well at this point. Good block. That was Varane, who didn't know much about it, but blocked anyway. Can we counter? Casemiro. Now my phone's bugging out. Anthony. We'll go out in a second after this attack. Casemiro. Dallo. Ball. Back post. Towards Alanga. It's going to be cleared. For any reason my phone is deciding to... Oh, my Twitch has crashed on my phone. That's useful. Well, when we get subs, I'll try and fix that. I won't be able to see the chat for just now. So if anyone's chatting, Jordan, I apologise, can't see just now because Twitch has decided to crash on my phone. That's useful. Offside, thankfully. I've been given a break. Try and boot us back up again real quick while we're on the pause. There we go. Right, Varane, the free kick. Van der Beek. We need a... I'll take a point in this one, honestly. I'll take whatever points we can get the way we're going. Anthony's really upset me. Anthony's really upset me this stream so far. I just don't understand what's going on with him. We'll push. It has, with the attacking formation, Bruno has gone striker, but that's whatever. Rashford could come on and hopefully maybe get something. But Rashford hasn't scored in fucking fuck knows how long, so that's probably not the move to make. I've done it now. Oh, have it, Isak. Have that. Go on, Varane. Tell him. Stick it to him like that. Jesus Christ. Just flip the cunt. Where is Anthony going? Dallo. Might as well take out himself, mate. Can't really, because they've been closed down. Casemiro. Back to Bruno. Into Fred. Oh, it's a brilliant pass through Bruno. It's blocked as well. We'll let the ball go out, make our changes. So a bit like real Anthony. Hasn't been great, but he scored a few goals. No, I'd argue the real Anthony in real life has been better. He had a bit of an injury, did the real Anthony, so... Plus the World Cup break. We'll allow it. We'll allow it with the real Anthony. This Anthony started off the season well. Yeah, I guess it actually is. No, he started off the season well, but he's gone downhill for a little bit. You're probably right. I want to give real Anthony a bit more credit than what this one's been doing, but he's not been... I guess he's probably among the top scorers. I think he's top assister right now. Casemiro can't fucking find the shot off there, and it's a foul, and now we've committed our defence forward, which is understandable because we are playing attacking, but we need to play attacking to find a goal. Newcastle got 3 out. If Newcastle get 30 here, it's over. I mean, it's similar to Fulham. Dallo with the tackle. Oh, frustration. This could be our 4th straight league loss. I can't believe this. We've had... I don't remember the last time we won a league game. I can't believe it. When did we last win a league game? I think it was West Ham all the way back when. About over a month ago. That's mental. Because we drew against Wolves. We lost against City. We lost against Chelsea. Throw it to us. It's a good tackle. We lost against Fulham. We're losing against Newcastle. We're not going to win this one. Van der Beek, why are you in the fucking same... Like, Van der Beek, I love you, mate, but why are you in the same space as when McTominay is there? Alanga, come on, rhythm. Find someone here. Find someone. Casemiro. Into Fred. Rashford. There's too many Newcastle men back. I don't think we're gonna find that equaliser that we're so craving. It's gonna be another loss, I'm afraid. We're not in a good spot right now. If you're a Man United fan, I apologise, but we're not cooking like Ten Hag. We found a few teething problems with this team. The teething problems being that we only had 2 strikers, one somewhat competent and one not competent. Signing a striker probably shouldn't have been a priority in the summer, but I wanted to see what we could do with the team we had, and it's coming to bite me in the fucking arse, to be honest. Malacia into Rashford. Can the man who can't score find an equaliser? Of course he can't. He can't fucking score. I hate this game. I hate every fibre of this game. I can guarantee you've had more shots again. I mean, Newcastle have been very good. They've been better than what... They've deserved it more than what Fulham did. Don't get me wrong. But we've definitely had more shots again, haven't we? The shooting in this team is poor. Very poor. And I think striker signing... I hope striker signings in January will try and save that, but I wouldn't bet on it. Van de Beek into Rashford, please. Why have you taken an extra touch? What the fuck is going on with our number 10? Yeah, I get he's not primarily a striker, but surely even he knows when to shoot. Oh, fuck off. Goodbye Varane. Took too long on the ball there, did Newcastle. We've got to go again now. Jadon Sancho's got a bit of room to run. Rashford is inside. Just fucking pass it to the player. Oh my god, we're in a fucking rut, and I don't know. We've still got 3 more games before January. Villa next, will probably lose to them. And we've got Spurs on Christmas Day. That'd be a fucking Christmas present if we could beat them, but I doubt it. Dalot tries to win the ball, of course, doesn't, because it's FIFA 22. Whoa, 22 I was going to say, just because of the bad defending. FIFA 23. It's a Longstaff power shot saved by Hendo. I don't know why we didn't have anyone blocking the shot or even marking Longstaff, but oh my, I think it's going to be a loss. Maybe late equaliser vibes, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. Newcastle have not let us through. Dubravka, no, you fucking don't. You don't time waste, you little shit. Ruben Garcia, you little cunt. I expect that from fucking Foot Champs. I don't expect it from from FIFA career mode. Well, we need to win this back. We need to have one more chance. Oh my god. I mean, Van de Beek is just... we're not going to win now. Van de Beek has just given away a penalty. we're going to overlook that. But Van de Beek has just given away a penalty. It's not a penalty for some reason. Oh, mate. 2-1 loss. Again, I want to see the Van de Beek thing. Van de Beek's just more of a penalty than what Martinez's was the previous game. Right, I'm trying to rewind. It's taking so long to do the corner. But watch Van de Beek here, number 34. That is absolutely a penalty. I mean, they try to give us some in here of the game. It's a good little bit of play from Ruben Garcia, but that's 100% a penalty that Van de Beek's given away. We've got lucky there, although we are still going to lose the match. I think maybe the ref felt sorry for us, like, oh yeah, well, lost anyway, ain't you? Header over the top, and it's now a loss. 4 straight league losses from Manchester United. Get Theo Johnson out, honestly, fucking fraud. Fucking hell, January is going to be the point where we figure it out, innit? Such a bad run of form and luck, yeah. I mean, we're making the chances. We're more dominant in terms of creation. It's just the finishing is a fucking abysmal, man. It's abysmal. There is no finisher on this team. I should have maybe kept Bruno on, but I don't know. I just don't know at this point what the team needs. I mean, I know it needs a striker, but I mean between now and the transfer window opening. I don't know what the move is. We just have to keep coasting along, I think, until January occurs. Take a look at the stats. Newcastle's out slightly more, I think, in that one. They were decent. But at the same time, it's more chances again. And we just can't find the back of it. Dubravka, he deserves a bit of an award for some of the saves he pulled off. But goals are a struggle. 51 to 49 in terms of possession, 17 shots to 9. And 3.7 expected goals to 2. They had the edge on possession, which is very rare. I seem to try and hold the ball a lot more than I used to. But we did have more chances. Again, couldn't finish him. Man of the match goes to, I think, Bruno. Dalot, sorry. Dallo and Malacia, the fullbacks always seem to put in a shift, and I respect that. I respect that to the extent that they can. But there's only so much they can do. Centre-backs were poor today. Martinez getting 7.6 is a bit stupid because he was quite shit. Bruno with the goal, 7.6. Maybe shouldn't have brought him off as early as I did, but I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. Anthony assisted the goal, 7.2. Again, he's still getting goals and assists, but I just don't feel like he's as involved as he maybe could be, if that makes sense. Casemiro, another decent showing, but I don't want to dwell on our rates too much. Newcastle, Isak, man of the match, goal and assist from their striker, who was always going to be a difficult one to contain, and it showed. Sam Maximan with an assist as well, 8.2. Martin Dubravka, we should have kept him. We should have kept him, then Newcastle would have had him, but I suppose we would have had Pope instead. 8.1 for him, 11 shots on his goal, 10 saves. I mean, his saves are good, but it just shows that we can't find a fucking finish when we need one, which is irritating. The other goal coming from Joe Willock, 7.8 for the former Arsenal man. So we'll go into the post-match interview, move on from this as quick as we can. I want to get the Villa game done and then go. Career mode hasn't been the vibe today. It's been such a struggle. 4 straight league losses, man. You gotta wonder at what point the borderline fuck off. But then again, Solskjaer got a lot of time, so Martial had made the difference today. We've all got to improve. I don't think we're a one-man team if Martial's injured. I don't think he was really our outlet, to be honest. 6 games without a win. I can't believe that. 6 games without a win in the league, man. It's shit. It's shit, to be honest. We should be doing better. With some of the players we've got, they've underperformed. We've got bad injuries. We've got lack of depth in striker. The striker I do have, it just doesn't want to score. It just refuses, just straight up like nah. We'll do a little team stat check after the Villa game, if I remember. I might need reminding because I've got to do it in the last episode. But I just want to see what I think Van der Beek is probably top 3 in terms of goals. That's what we're struggling with. Take a look at a couple of emails then. So inbox, Moss has got his position changed. That is Thomas Moss, who was transferring to a left winger. I think that will boost him no end, up to a 60. Maybe it'll boost him to some end. I thought it would give him a bit more than that. We'll give him a pace drill here. What's his attacking work rate? Actually, get the attacking work rate up and the sprint speed. Try and work on him a little bit. He looks very decent, to be honest. We just need to keep working on him. We also have other emails. Captaincy for Newcastle fixture. Bruno's going to be the captain. I don't know why this needs to be told. He's been the captain every game. Belgium, respectfully, Belgium and Portugal. I know you've both been managed by Roberto Martinez now, so that's probably why you're coming in for me. But why would you come in for me at the point that we're at? Bruno, hey boss, I know people have been talking about pushing play me in. He's happy to play as a striker. Well, I don't need to do it for the team. I didn't mean to put you a striker. It's just the other formations, like defensive and attacking, don't have false 9s. So it might have to be that you go striker at some point. Just wanted to say thanks for putting me on the team sheet, Gaffer. Shame about the result, but I gave it everything. Did you? Did you really? We're heading... What sort of response is that? We haven't won in 6 games in the league. We'll always go our way. It hasn't gone our way for fuck knows how long. Take a look at the standings now. We're down 9th. It's a bloody shit show. We might end this episode bottom half. Oh my god. What a fall from grace. I mean, league's gone now. I don't think it was ever there, Premier League title, but it's absolutely gone now. We're 9 points off the mark. We're fucking 5 points off top 4. January's going to define the season. And also, who we get in the Europa League is going to define the season as well. Save over. I don't really want to. I'd like to lose this progress, to be honest, but we'll save over. And then the final game of the episode against Aston Villa. I want to try and stay positive for it, but everyone else has been fucking us all over, and it won't make much difference. I don't think it really makes a difference who I put in goal, so De Gea's going to get the nod again. Hendel wasn't great there either. Stamina, a bit of an issue. Front three's fine, but the rest of the team has struggled a bit. But so are Aston Villa. It's that December build-up in fixtures. It's always so stupid. I forgot they got Morata. He'll probably score a couple passes today just because. So let's take a look at what we've got. De Gea, Malacia, Dallo. Malacia could stay on, but Dallo is going to swap for Wan-Bissaka. Varane can have a break as well. I don't want him getting injured. Lindelof, Martinez. I don't want to go Lindelof, Maguire. I really don't. And I'm not going to. I'm still got some sanity. Casemiro, for some reason, still has the armband. He'll start. But obviously he won't finish the match. We're going to start Fred over Van de Beek. In fact, no, we're going to start McTominay. No, we're not. We're going to start Fred because we need McTominay for Casemiro at some point. Sancho left, Anthony right, Fernandez front. I guess we'll just go with that. What have we got to lose at this point? So this is how we're looking for the game at Villa Park against, of course, Aston Villa. De Gea in between the sticks. Malacia and Wan-Bissaka as the fullbacks. I can't say Martinez. I had a bit of a stroke there. Martinez and Lindelof as the centre-backs. Casemiro CDM. Eriksen and Fred will be the centre-mid options. Sancho left wing. Anthony right wing. And Fernandez will be the false nine as captain. I think, actually, while we're here real quick, because we're going to go attacking, we'll just switch the game plan to the false nine. We'll go like that. And hopefully it'll be all the players in the correct positions. It is. Alright, we'll do that then. So, here we go. Final game of today's episode. Give Garnacho a shout. That's actually not a bad plan, you know. I forgot about Garnacho, I can't lie. We'll give the star boy a run out. Does mean Elanga hits the reserves, but be fine. We'll do Garnacho instead then. So this is, I mean, it's a risk in a game that we need to win, but mate, it can't be any worse than Sancho, can it? We'll give him a go. See what happens. So that is the team. Garnacho comes in for Sancho. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it and hope for the best. I mean, I think it goes without saying a win is absolutely paramount, but I really don't think we'll get it. I want to have confidence in this team, but without winning 6 league games, I don't really have that confidence. Like I said, if worst comes to worst, January doesn't work out, we do have the Europa League to try and get the Champions League qualification for. But I'd rather not do it the hard way. I'd rather do it. I mean, both of them the hard way. I'd rather get it done in the league. Is my point. Just over 2 hours into this excruciatingly annoying episode. I can't believe how we started off so well against Aberdeen. Yeah, it's Aberdeen, but we started off so well and we've just fallen ever since. Fulham, I don't want to talk about. That's De Gea. That's on De Gea. Newcastle a little bit unlucky. Probably on Varane, that one, because he did end up being the one that was the problem for the Isak goal that won the game. Which is why we've not had Varane included today, along with stamina issues as well. But I don't really know what, like, there's 2 more games after this. We've got Spurs and Villa again. But I don't know what we're going to get out of those games. And I really hope we can sign a striker before Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth starts off the year, if I remember correctly. It might not be Bournemouth. But whatever game we have on the 1st of January, I hope we can get the signing over the line before the game. Because if not, we might be fucked. Alright. Manchester United, without winning 6. Aston Villa, overperforming by their standards. It's been an interesting one. It's one we need to not mess up on. No wins in 6 league games. That's not top 4 form, ladies and gents. That's a no. That's a red. I mean, it's going to be a yellow, but it should be a red. He's gone through the back of Lindelof like a truck. Morata's an idiot there. He's only got him with 1 foot, I suppose. It's a yellow, but it's not a smart tackle. And if we keep pressuring Morata, we might get sent off. Putting a team that 10 men might be our way to fucking find the victory. But it's a free kick anyway early on. A yellow card early on as well from Morata won't do the wonders for Villa. Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro. Ericsson. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro tried to make a run through again. So it's just Ericsson making a run and getting tackled. Casemiro does win the ball back, and then the game's like, oh, did you? Martinez stops Morata. Again, tackled, but we look to get the ball. We eventually get it. I love how it's gone from we probably would win this to the commentators thinking we can get a draw from Aston Villa, which is obviously, I wouldn't say no to it, the form we're in, but obviously 3 points is what's required. The commentators say we're also very unlucky against Newcastle, which is absolutely true. Oh, what's it like winning the ball after the first tackle? Can you please explain to me? Because I've never fucking had that. Oh, fuck off, he's offside. He's surely. Right, I mean, it's Buendia, ultimately, so I don't know what the worry was, but where's the flag? Digne tries to cross it back in. It's blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Unai Emery looking on at his team with confidence because they've done quite well. Garnacho gets it just about away. So again, going to come back to Emi Buendia. Throwing Villa. Garnacho. This might be his breakout moment, honestly. Sancho's been very poor. Garnacho out to Anthony. Just need to turn Konza here and find the goal. Oh, it's a goal. I thought Martinez had saved it. Anthony makes it 1-0 Manchester United. We've done this every time, though. We've taken the lead and then we've fallen backwards on our arses. But Anthony left too much room. Not the finish we would have liked. I think it has bounced off Emi Martinez's face, but it's off his shoulder. He can't do much about that. I wanted a bit more to the left, really. A bit more out of reach of the Aston Villa goalkeeper, but we do lead. 4 goals in 18 matches. These stats look like shit. I mean, it's not really showing the impact of Anthony, because he's got a boatload of assists. But 4 goals in 18 matches. We're checking the goal tallies after this game because they've all been spread about a lot. They've not really got an outright top scorer. Lindelof, not Lindelof. It is Lindelof, isn't it? Did I put Lindelof in defence? I think I did. I can't remember if I put Lindelof and Maguire. It is Lindelof. It looks very much like Lindelof. So it's either him or his doppelganger. Either way, he's made the tackle and fallen over. We'll get it away with Ericsson. Now Anthony's on the left. Now, I'm not a professional. Oh, we've gone defensive, haven't we? We'll have to switch him across. And we'll have to bring Bruno back a bit. I can't be fucked actually switching to the false 9. We'll just drag Bruno back. Height of laziness there from me. Bruno. To make some moves here. We need a bit more help. Malacia is that help. Ericsson. Into Casemiro. That's a stupid touch that I didn't do. Take the player out as well. Go on, Casemiro. You tell him. Garnacho. Into Malacia. Fred. Okay, well that wasn't going to happen, was it really? Garnacho already doing more than Sancho. I know. I don't like the whole point was to rebuild Sancho's career a little bit, but he's really underperformed like in real life. I'm hoping he can kick on eventually and get it back, but hasn't happened yet. Anthony. Out to Garnacho's got a bit of space. We're going to try and find Fred. Hasn't happened. It was meant for Bruno, but then I saw it go towards Fred, so I changed my sentence. Ericsson, Malacia. Garnacho. Run space away from Diego Carlos. Not quite. I mean, he could, but a teammate came in and assisted that tackle. Lindelof takes him out. Fred. Bruno. Oh, fucking... Why is he taking it on his left? I've tried to switch it across to his right. Mate. Oh, that's a chance missed. That's a chance missed. Just move it across to your right there, Bruno. I know this isn't the situation you like, but it's a situation we're stuck with till January. The fact that Ronaldo walked out on us hasn't really helped our season. I was considering signing Ronaldo back. I really was. Oh, fuck off. Oh, God. I thought he was on, to be honest. John McGinn making the run through. Malacia and Lindelof step forward enough for it to be offside. We look much more likely to get points here. Well, we looked more likely to get points in the other games as well. It's just in front of goal lets us down. And I hope it doesn't. No good side, to be honest. For being real. It's freezing. I don't know what's going on. At least on my end, the stream keeps freezing. Like, no, what's going on? Why does it keep freezing? There should be no. I don't know if it's just freezing on my end and I'm just having technical difficulties. But it keeps freezing. We'll be alright. Fuck it. We're on the last game. Garnacho's asking for it. Malacia just can run the whole way, mate. Unfortunately, there's nobody in the middle, so we are going to have to use Garnacho. Fred. Casemiro. Didn't want that to go to Wan-Bissaka even. It was more meant for Anthony. Fred off the edge of the area. Oh, not far off from the Brazilian. See what I mean? We've got chances. We create brilliantly. It's just finding the back of the net. I know it's Fred, so I'm not expecting, like... specialties. The audio keeps cut out for a few seconds. Don't think the game's froze though. Well, it's his head. I swear it's his headset, man. I can't just have to get a new one, or maybe something with the adapter. I don't know if it's something with the adapter. I don't know what's up with it. We'll figure it out. But I mean, it's the audio usually works on it. It's just hearing things is a bit of an issue. But it might just have to. I've only had it for a few months, so it might be time to order a new one. Garnacho. He's already felt more useful than fucking Sancho. That touch was not what I did though, so he's kind of been fucked over there. Oh fuck. Brilliant save by De Gea. That's what we like from our goalkeeper. Buendia through on goal. Should be finishing that really, but we love that. I don't know what our defence is doing. One defensive. Don't know why we're pushing so forward. Now Bruno could be pushing forward. We're going to need some help. Or are we? Are we going to need some help? We are. Why did it not? Why did help not come? Try to shift onto his right. There was defenders closing it down because he knew that he was going to try and shoot it off his right, but no help. Malacia. It might be streaming because my audio keeps cutting out, or it might be freezing even. The stream might be freezing because my audio keeps cutting out. Because it likes to do that. As long as the game's okay, it's not the end of the world. Good block. Malacia, I'm trying to boot that away for half time, mate. Audio hasn't been too bad though, legit just cuts out for a second or so, not really too good, I don't think. Okay, well if it's not impacting the episode in a major way, I'll keep going with the headset, but if it becomes a big problem, I'll go back to the earphones and then order a new headset, probably. It won't come till Monday or something now, but Garnacho, can we just boot it away? I don't trust this game. We go into half time, a goal up. This is a wrong situation. Anthony with the goal. A little bit lucky to find the back of the net. Martinez a little bit unlucky not to save it, but I don't give a fuck, man. Oh, good old bit of water. Put my whistle for the second half. Taking a look at the halftime results then. Newcastle lead West Ham. Arsenal lead Nottingham Forest. Brighton lead Brentford. City lead Everton. Palace drawing 1-1 with Chelsea. Spurs are down against Fulham. Not the only team that lost to, I was going to laugh, but we also lost to Fulham. All teams above us winning, but as long as we get a win, it ends the episode on a good note, I think, despite having a poor episode overall. Take a look at stats. The one that we haven't really dominated is the one we're in the lead for. 60-38 in terms of possession, 5 shots to 4, and 1.1 expected goals to 0.8. Casemiro will probably come off early second half. I think it'll have to be a choice of... Oh no, we've got Van de Beek on the bench. So I was going to say it'll have to be a choice of Casemiro or Eriksen, but we've got Van de Beek on the bench. Right, second half. We just try and hold on, I think. De Gea's had a decent spell in the net. What we needed him for, he has come up for. Maybe that break was what was required. Although it did mean we lost to Newcastle because of Henderson in net. But that wasn't Henderson's fault, to be honest. Anthony. Into Bruno. A straight second half goal, perhaps. Oh, fuck off, yeah? That would have been his dream start to his second half. Oh, fuck. Well, that's just faster than Morata. Right. Mate, I thought we'd just gone straight 2-0 up and that would have been us chilling a little bit more, but Bruno hits the bar. Anthony cuts in. Okay, Bruno's now out of position. We'll just recycle this a little bit. Bruno. Wan-Bissaka. Into Bruno. Oh! Mate! Oh, I can't wait till we get a striker in. It doesn't have to even be a good one, just one who can put the ball in the back of the net occasionally. It's more than what we've got. Oh, mate. Well, goal kick, Villa. Bruno, I think, is offside. Yeah. It's a good header win by, I think, Garnacho, who won the header, but Bruno is offside. They bring on McTominay yet. I want to try and squeeze the most out of Casemiro. There's an 8-day break after this, so I want to try and get as much out of Casemiro as I can. But up next, it is Christmas Day, and it is Spurs. And as much as I'd like to beat Spurs, the way we're at right now, it's going to be a difficult one. Malacia wins the header. Eriksen. I feel a bit better with this, and Garnacho's actually outperformed Sancho's. It's not real life. Fred. Garnacho. Now Casemiro. That's not the move. Not the move there, Casemiro. Not the move. No, no, no. Right, get up, you big Brazilian lump. Thank you. Well, I think if the change wasn't going to happen before, it's going to happen now. I'm not risking any further injury to Casemiro. Funny enough, we could use a Weghorst-style player in his team. We genuinely could. Someone just physicality and ability to put the ball in the back of net sometimes. But the problem is, with Weghorst, you can't cancel a loan deal. He's still on loan at Besiktas, and he will be till the end of the season. So we couldn't get the actual Weghorst. We might have to get somebody else, though. Abraham's got the physicality, though, and the finishing, so that's kind of where my heart is at, to be honest, at the moment for striker signings. If you think of anyone better, then we'll go for it. But I think my heart is with Abraham right now. Tammy Abraham could be a good little player for us, and he'll grow quite well as well. Casemiro going to come off for McTominay. I'm not risking any more injury than what could be for Casemiro. It probably, if it even is an injury, it'll probably only be a 5-dayer. It didn't look like it was anything serious. I'm second to Anthony. Bruno. That's 2. Right, surely that does it. Surely that does it. Bruno's been a bit lackluster all game, but he's finally found the goal to put in the back of the net. Emi Martinez probably a bit upset with his defence there, as well as himself. It's a good run through from Bruno. He's found the gap, and he puts it past Emi Martinez. We'll make the Van de Beek Eriksen change now as well. This is United. I mean, it's not the finished article, but it's definitely getting there. A win is a start, but don't count Aston Villa out, man. They've had a good season. But our first win in 7 league games may be on the horizon here at Villa Park. Donny van de Beek coming on for Eriksen. I would like to use Eriksen against Spurs. I'd like to score with Eriksen against Spurs, to be honest. But I'm not calling out goals yet. We can barely score ourselves. Bruno, next possession. It's going to fall to Garnacho. Starboy! Oh, he's 3! It's a bit lucky that it's fallen to the Starboy. But that is it. That'll do the trick very nicely. It's a tackle, but it's tackled straight to Garnacho, who's found that bit of space around Martinez. Into the bottom right-hand corner. Villa have been poor, though. 3 points are 3 points. Yeah, Villa haven't been the Villa that are near the top, to be honest. But still, it's been a bit lucky as well. We're going to bring on Rashford. Hopefully, if I put on Rashford now, we can bag. Everyone else seems to be able to. That guy that said start Garnacho is brilliant. It was a smart move, I'll give you that. It was a really smart move. Sancho wouldn't have done that today. I think this is his first Premier League goal as well, number 49. Alejandro Garnacho. Funny thing is, we've been more defensive, and yet we scored twice while we've been defensive. He's only had 5 appearances in the Premier League, and those have all been off the bench until today. Obviously, this was his first start in the Premier League, and it's worked well. And it might mean Sancho may have to take a back seat to someone's 17 ratings lower. Fred into Anthony. Can Marcus Rashford score? Not with assists like that, or passes like that. It's not really assists. It's not in the goal. Oh, we've left the space open. That's a brilliant. I thought it's ricocheted a little bit. I don't really know what happened there fully, but it's safe from De Gea. Again, gets it blocked by his countryman, and Lindelof will outstrength things on that occasion. Anti's run straight to the man. I think he's getting towards tiredness, but we don't really have an option on the bench. I mean, I say we don't really have an option on the bench. We have Sancho on it, so yeah. We don't really have an option on the bench. Offside against Gilbert. Oh, it'd be a good way to end this day. After a good start, a shit middle, a good end. It's like a shit sandwich. Van der Beek into McTominay. I'd very much like to keep a clean sheet as well, but it's not a big deal. At Old Trafford on Christmas Day to face Spurs. Why it's not happening on Boxing Day is a mystery around the Christmas Day, but US is good as mine. Wan-Bissaka tried to float a ball in. It was obviously meant for Rashford, but Rashford wasn't in a situation where he could have got there. Thing as well, if we get a striker or two, maybe pushing out Rashford to the wing sometimes might help him. It might help the team. That's fucking shit from Varane, but at least Fred's there to clean up the mess. It's not Varane I've got in centre back, is it? It's Martinez. Blaming Varane while he's not even on the pitch. Rashi inside. Can he score the star boy? I mean, if he takes it on his left, he probably can, but he's not left-footed. I'd tell Sancho just buy a new winger in the summer. He's still bad in career mode. I think maybe that might be the move. I wanna do well with him, but he just doesn't seem to do well, if that makes sense. He started off the season quite well. I think he got 4 assists in his first 6 games or something, but I don't think he scored this season. Oh, not far off there from the Villa player. I'm not sure which Villa player it was. I think it was Morata. Buendia now going to make way for Ollie Watkins. They're throwing all their eggs in one basket here. I don't think they're going to get a result now. Emery's maybe left that change a little too late. And we're going to see if we can make any more changes. Martinez is tired. We'll bring on Maguire for the remaining minutes. No, we won't, because we're out of substitutions. How are we out of substitutions? Wait, we've only made 3. How are we out of substitutions? Have we only made 3? Hold on. Yeah, we've only made 3 changes, you prick. Whatever. But it'll work for the rest of the game. I would like to save some Martinez's stamina, but again, we've got an 8-day break. But I've only made 3 changes, and we get 5 now, so I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Anthony brings himself back on side. Just kind of run down the clock at this point without actually time wasting. Anthony, Donny in the middle. Donny on the spot. Donny not going to get the header because there's 2 men on him. We might get this one though. Oh no, we won't, because there's men on him again. McTominay, control. Crack one from range, Scotty. Oh, okay, that's kind of how I expected it to go. That's offside, surely. Excuse me. All right. Watkins gets read by Malacia. Malacia falls over thin air. Again, gets his shot blocked by Martinez. Enzo Fernandez would be a Birmingham midfielder to bring him down the line. Bottom a few seasons in, that Bruno, Enzo, Casemiro midfield is unbelievable. Definitely someone down the line, but I do like the midfield I've got. I know Eriksen's getting older, but he's not been bad. I've actually enjoyed using Eriksen, but yeah, definitely. I'm going to maybe down the line sign Enzo Fernandez because he's a player I want to use at some point as well. But for now. It'll probably be season 2 or 3 that we do that. Probably season 3 actually, because I do like my boy Ericsson. I tried to turn in Conza there and take a shot off the left, but didn't work out. But we should win, and I don't want to say it too early, but we should keep the clean sheet too. And that will do that. An interesting episode in terms of results, but a good start and a good end. Very happy that we kept a clean sheet, totally deserved it. De Gea, back to his best in the goal. When we needed him, when we needed to call upon him, he brought his A game. The main chance I remember was towards the end of the first half, the Emi Buendia chance when there was no defence. It was one-on-one, and De Gea read it like a book. Perfect read from De Gea. And he's had a good day in between the sticks. At Villa Park, it is Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 0. Anthony, Fernandes, Garnacho with the goals today. Garnacho was a smart call starting him because he has had a decent game and he may get more game time based off of that match. Take a look at the stats. 60-40 in terms of possession, 11 shots to 7, 2.5 expected goals to 1.6. Clean sheet deserved, win deserved. Finally got what we deserve. Taking a look at the stats then. Starboy Garnacho, man of the match. Fair play. Fair play. Garnacho, goal and assist, and an 8.5. Anthony, 8.4, and a goal and assist as well. Both wingers pulling something out their ass today. Anthony a lot better. More of what we need from the Brazilian, but Garnacho gets the plaudits as man of the match. Tyrell Malacia and Aaron Wan-Bissaka once again strong at fullback. Didn't let the wing play work at all. They had to play it through the middle of the whole game. 8.4 from Malacia, 8.3 for Wan-Bissaka. No complaints with the wing backs at the moment. The only problem I would have is maybe Luke Shaw, but he's still not done bad this season, Luke Shaw. We just need a bit more out of him, I think. Victor Lindelof, he is back in the good books. He's never gone out of him again. What a fucking defensive performance from him. I could see him staying longer than season 1, you know. 8.3 for the Swede. Bruno Fernandes bagging as well, and a 7.9. And then David De Gea, of course, with a clean sheet. 3 shots, 3 saves. Didn't have a lot of chances to Villa, but when they did, De Gea was equal to him. Fred and Martinez good ratings too, and then these are all substitutions, so we're not taking it too much. Casemiro may be a little underwhelming, but he did pick up an injury as well, so we need to remember that. Hopefully injury isn't too serious. Man of the match for Villa is Ezri Konsa, centre-back as the man of the match when you're conceding 3. Just shows how bad you've been. But also, he was good in stopping Anthony towards the end from getting any more from Manchester United, so you give him credit there. Look at Digne. I don't know, he's got 7.4 to be honest. He wasn't that good. But ultimately, no goals, no real good ratings. Take a look at Emi Martinez, who underwhelmed today. World Cup winning goalkeeper Emi Martinez was quite shit. Shots on target 5, saves 2, goals conceded 3. Poor from him, from what you'd expect probably. But then post-match interview, take a look at some of the results around here. No shocks except for maybe Spurs losing to Fulham, but we lost to Fulham. So I can't really talk shit on that. Go on, Garnacho. I can't believe that call with Garnacho was brilliant. Casemiro's out for the next 5 days, so he's back for the Spurs game. I knew it was only 5 days because he got straight back up and he was only holding his shoulder. It's probably just a bruised shoulder. I'm starting to realise what injuries are, you know, in this game now. I couldn't call Martial. I didn't realise it was going to be torn ACL. I was very relieved. Manchester United team's poor run has come to an end. Can the hard-fought win be a better start? Start with a better period now. Hopefully. We've got Grant make up though. I hope we can turn. I think we can turn things around. I hope we can. Victor has been pretty quality as a backup. You know, he's made some mistakes in the Europa League, but more often than not, I would say 80% of the time, he's been brilliant. I wouldn't say he's displaced Varane or Martinez, but he's definitely been a very good backup. Even Maguire on occasion has been good. He's not been as good as he was FIFA 22, Harry Maguire. But Lindelof has been decent. I'll maybe keep him for a season or 2. He may stay in season 2. Let's see the top scorers so far this season. Alright, let's sim up to the Spurs game. We'll get a little update on all the stats. Before we do though, we've got a player injured, of course. Casemiro suffered the bruised shoulder injury, like I said, about 5 days. Dane Scarlett, there was a recommendation for Dane Scarlett last stream, so we'd better scout on him, see how he looks. No, right, respectfully, Dane, probably not what we're looking for at the moment, in all honesty. I mean, he's definitely got potential, of course he does, but At the moment, I don't think we need to sign someone that low rated. Yusufa Makoko, he's 74 rated. Definitely a man that we need to bring in now because of the fact that we've got an injury to Martial. But Benjamin Chesko as well. We'll get a scout report for him very soon. I want to see how he looks as well because it might be him now and then Makoko in the summer perhaps. Chesko, also 74 rated. Little bit more expensive, or actually a little bit cheaper. I don't know. We could go for either of those, really. Maybe we get Chesko for till the summer, and then Makoko in the summer, potentially. Or do we go for Makoko and then get Chesko in the summer? We'll figure it out next episode. But that's definitely good reports from them. 6'4" for Chesko. It's hard to turn down. Makoko slightly smaller. I think we may go Chesko January and then Makoko summer. I hope that pleases the court. If it doesn't, then we'll maybe go the other way around. But I think Chesko might be the signing just now. International management offer from Sweden. As much as I'd like to manage Lindelof for 2 clubs, we're going to reject for now. If the injured player stays down and play stops, it's a few months or for the season. If they get up, it's usually a knock. That's true, yeah. But also, the thing is, with sometimes with the knocks, it could be a broken toe, and that's why I was concerned about with Casemiro there. Thankfully, there's a team doing worse than us at the Big Six, and it is Spurs. They're only on 19 points. We'll check the top scorers, etc. in a moment, but we'll check the standings to end the episode here. So we're in 7th, still 5 points off top 4, which isn't great. Liverpool currently lead the league. Manchester City in 2nd, on the same points, but Liverpool have been scoring for fun. Newcastle 3rd. Arsenal complete the top 4. 5th, Chelsea. 6th, Leeds, and then we're sat down there in 7th. Still 5 points off the top 4, but we're not out of the race at all. And if we have a good January, there is potential that could change. So Spurs are struggling more than us. They're down in 14th. They've only won 4 games all season. I thought we were in the fucking mud. But Jesus Christ, Spurs have had a shit start, and hopefully, no offense to Spurs, but I do want to win, so hopefully we can continue their downfall. They're only 3 points off the drop. They're only 3 points off the drop. Fucking hell. Looking at the drop, though, Southampton still yet to win a game this season in 20th. Crystal Palace in 19th and Bournemouth in 18th. Forest hovering above there as well, and Everton and Brentford in that mix too. I had 3 players with broken toe last season at the same time. It cost me top 4 and I almost got sacked. Bloody stupid toe injuries. I've got a funny broken toe story as well. So, on FIFA 22, I'm still doing the career mode on FIFA 22, kind of an off-screen one. Basically, my left back got injured, got a broken toe. I subbed on another left back in the same game. He also went off injured with a broken toe. And then, you think that might be it. But wait, a third left back I pulled out the academy because we had no left back depth. I pulled a third left back out of the academy I had. He played the next game. He got a broken toe. We had 3 left backs with broken toes. So I had to fucking use a right back at left back. This game with its broken toe injuries, man. I think I've nerfed him a little bit, thankfully, but it's still so stupid. Luckily, Casemiro doesn't have a broken toe, and he's already back, actually, to be fair. So we'll take a look at the league top scorers first, and then we'll take a look at our own team. So taking a look at player stats. It's been a while since we checked them, so we'll have a look. Salah, top scorer at the moment, 13 and 18 for Liverpool. Moreno, 12 and 17. He's been a good signing for Arsenal. Grealish has slowed down a bit, but still 11 and 17 for the Man City winger. Brilliant start. And the other player in double figures at the moment is Berardi for West Ham United. Looking at our top scorer in there, Fernandes in 13. He's got 7 and 18, which the fact that that's our top scorer is quite shameful, to be honest. But at the same time, at least we got someone in there. Don't think we have anyone else featuring. Haaland with only 7 and 18 as well, so at least Fernandes isn't the only one with a similar scoring record. Goanka started off like a house on fire for Brighton. He hasn't scored since. Ultimately, we only have one guy in there. But top assister, there he is. There he is. Anthony. Assist 9. He does help. It just doesn't seem like it all the time because he sometimes just runs into people. But he is the top assister of the league. Casemiro with 3 assists and 17 as well from CDM, by the way. And then Martial as well with 3 assists. So not all bad. Not all bad. Goalkeepers, we don't really want to talk about it too much. Top clean sheet holder is Leno for Fulham. Fair play. 8 in 18 for him. Emi Martinez up there as well. You wouldn't know it from that last game, but Emi Martinez 7 in 18. Alisson 7 in 18 as well. We've got 3 clean sheets with De Gea. I really wish it could be more, but it is what it is. Pope and Dubravka got 3 clean sheets each for Newcastle as well. 6 combined, technically. One player in the top 5 is absolutely shocking. I know. I don't know what's up with finishing this year. So this is the moment of truth. How is our team looking in terms of stats? I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Oh, it's disgusting. Anthony is the best out of combined goals and assists. This is how it's looking. Bruno, the top scorer with 8 goals. Mate, this is a shit show. This is awful. I told you Donny was top 3. Fucking hell. What a load of garbage this team has been in front of goal this season. I did say we needed a striker, but I didn't think our actual striker would be so bad. 8 goals and an assist for Bruno. I mean, it's not awful, I guess. Rashford is really underwhelmed. 7 goals and 5 assists. He's got 6 Premier League goals, so he just misses out on the list, but still. Donny as well, 6 in 2. He's only had 16 appearances. He's nearly scored as many as Rashford with 9 less appearances. That's a bit of a mess. Anthony's been our star boy so far in terms of actual stats, 6 goals and 10 assists, but sometimes he does underperform. Yeah, McTominay's on 3. McTominay is on 3, mate. I scored them all in one episode as well, I'm pretty sure. 2 goals and 1 goal in the Europa League, and then 1 assist as well. Tony Martial, he wasn't doing awful, but you expect more, I think. I think you expect more. 5 and 4. Eriksen with 5 and 4 as well, which is good from centre mid. I'm happy with Eriksen's progress, to be honest. Eriksen has been quite fun to use, but Anthony, I think, has been the standout so far. Now, you might conspicuous by his absence is Jadon Sancho, because Garnacho's had 11 appearances. He's had 3 goals and 2 assists. Now, where is Sancho? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. It's all the way down here. In terms of assists, though, in all seriousness, Sancho, he's got 5 assists, but he hasn't bagged all season. Jadon Sancho hasn't bagged all season. Oh, mate, I'm trying to revive your career, but you're not making it easy. You're lucky everyone gets a season, alright? Because if they didn't, you'd be in the mud, mate. I mean, you already are in the mud, but you'd be even more in the mud. 2 assists in 2 Europa League games isn't awful. 3 assists in 17 Premier League games is. 5 assists over 19 games is a bit shit. And the fact that he hasn't put the ball in the back of the net yet is incredibly questionable. Oh, mate. He's tied on goals in Maguire. Is anyone who's actually outscored? Fred's outscored him. Alanga's outscored him. Alanga's not been great either, to be honest. But it is what it is. But Fred's outscored Sancho. Casemiro's outscored Sancho. Casemiro's got goal of the season as well. Casemiro scored both his Premier League matches in 1 game, by the way. That was the game against West Ham. Right, so, well, I mean, there's obviously stuff to work on. We've got some inboxes to address before we head off as well. Player chats. McTominay wants a game, which he won't get because Casemiro's back. I've already thought about that. And then Casemiro's back. And then Wan-Bissaka wants a game against Spurs. So you're right. Player chats, people wanting games there, Jordan. I'll think about it. It might be Dallo, but Wan-Bissaka was good, you know. So it depends who Spurs start. Obviously, they'll start Son off the left. But I guess it's an okay episode. I mean, we started off bad. We ended off good. We'll just go over it real quick. So, kicking off the episode, we finished off Europa League against Aberdeen. 5-0 victory there. Wasn't an issue. And we do get the win there. Fulham, we lost to them. Wasn't great. Don't want to talk about it too much, to be honest with you. De Gea didn't look great in that one. Looked like he needed a break. 3-1 loss. Mitrovic was very good. Got a penalty, though, but the second goal he got was good, although De Gea could have had better positioning. And then the third one from Manor Solomon puts in the dirt. 2-1 loss to Newcastle. We took the lead in that one for Bruno, but then Willock and Isak bagging the goals for Newcastle, and we couldn't find an equaliser, and we ended up ultimately losing, which is fair enough because Newcastle have been fantastic this season. But then we bounced back a little bit at the end of the episode there. 3-0 win away at Villa Park. Absolutely necessary and absolutely brilliant as well. Very happy with it. And a win was absolutely what's required. So no opposition on that one. So next episode, we get the January transfer window open. We also have 4 more games on tap for you. So it may be a little longer the next episode just because of the fact that we've got the transfer window. So kicking off on Christmas Day against Spurs at Old Trafford. We will then go nowhere because we're at home again against Aston Villa 3 days later. Then following that, 4 days later, we're home again against Newcastle. And we've actually got our 3rd round FA Cup tie as well, as you can see here, against AFC Wimbledon. So FA Cup will start off as well. So we won't get as far in progress as I thought we would next episode, but we will get a bit further. And then after that, Bournemouth, Brentford, Spurs will have the close of the transfer deadline window, January. And then another big break before our game against West Ham. Realistically, though, that if we get past Wimbledon, there'll be a game in there for the FA Cup too. So we may not have that big break. I just want to take a look at what other Big Six teams have got in 3rd round, if we've just been blessed. So this is what we're looking like. We've got Wimbledon. Arsenal got Reading, fair play. Man City got Wickham. Of course, they get the easy draw. They're Man City. They always get the easy draw. Spurs got Borough. I can actually see Spurs losing to Middlesbrough, to be honest. Liverpool got Bristol City and Chelsea got Bolton. It's not too bad. They'll all go through. I'm hoping we go through as well. We're travelling to the Wimbledon Stadium, which should be a fun experience. But we should go through. But anyway, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Manchester United Career Mode. I'm enjoying doing these, even though it's difficult sometimes. I'm enjoying doing these, and I'm enjoying the fact that I can keep them going. For now, I can keep them going every other day, which is kind of the rhythm I want to try and keep going for the duration. If I don't keep it going every other day, it'll just be personal things that I can't control, or I have to go somewhere, maybe a holiday or something might disrupt the schedule at some point. I don't know what's to happen through the year, but eventually we will get to the other side, and hopefully we'll get a Man United side that can win absolutely everything. Still back in the manager, trust the process. I mean, it's our first win in 7 league games. I wish we could have had a couple more points there, but we're not by any means out. Not by any means out of the process. Still 5 points off top 4 now, but we can still make up that gap, I think. January, like we said, will be the determining factor, I think, of whether we can get into that top 4 or whether we will bottle it. Of course, Europa League, we're through in our group, just to show you again. There's preliminary rounds now. So these are the preliminary rounds from the 3rd place teams in the Champions League. Monaco versus Porto, Betis versus Leipzig, Fenerbahce versus Salzburg, PSV versus Juventus, Union Berlin versus Sporting, Freiburg versus City. They get an easy draw here as well, of course they do. Feyenoord versus Inter. Actually, Freiburg might cause a shock, I don't know. And Sociedad versus Ajax. So hopefully we can find out who our opponents are soon in round 16, and hopefully they aren't Man City. Brilliant stream. Have a great day, mate. Hope you have a great day too, lad. I hope everyone has a great day watching. Everyone has a great weekend. And of course, I'll see you for Sunday for the next episode of the Career Mode. But I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace for now.